what's up, y'all? Welcome to Game Day with Heavy Cardboard, where we teach, play, and discuss medium and heavy strategy board games, war games, 18xx. And tonight we're featuring one of our patron selections for the month of November, which is Vinhos, designed by Vital Lacerda, published by Eagle Griffin Games. As you guys can see over my left shoulder there. I'm your host, Edward Euler, happy to be joined by now a familiar cast of folks.
Yes, Amanda Euler.
Michael Brandt.
Matt McChesney.
All right, so yeah, pretty short and sweet tonight, I think, because this is going to be a pretty involved teach. So get comfy, pour yourselves a glass of wine while we make some vino here in Vinhos. So thanks everybody both joining us live around the world as well as after the fact. And as is normal, whenever I teach some of these more involved games, I'm going to have the chat down. I'm going to have the other cameras down just so you guys can focus on the teach. Yeah, without further ado, I'd say let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? All right, let's do this. All right, so I should note that we are playing the Vinhos Deluxe Edition with the artwork by the Ian O'Toole. The game offers a double-sided board here with two different versions of the game. The more involved 2010 version as well as the lighter 2016 version. To the shock of nobody, we are playing the 2010 version this evening. All right, so in Vinhos, it depicts 6 years in the life of a vintner in Portugal. We're going to be producing wines to sell, export, or present at wine fairs in order to gain the most fame or victory points. So normally at this point, I would point out all the different components in the different areas on the board here. However, tonight, because of the way this game plays out, I'm going to do things a little bit different. So we're just going to talk about the victory point track around the outside of the board there. And here in the middle is the action selection area, which corresponds to the various areas of the board. So when we go over these, we will actually cover the different areas of the board. So the game takes place over 6 years. So we have year 1, year 2, 3, 4, 5, and then year 6. In each year, there's going to be 2 different actions that we're able to take. So if you're doing the math, 6 times 2, that's a total of 12 actions, base actions in the game. There will be bonus actions available up there in the top right corner, but as it is, you only get 12 base actions in the game. So a game round or a year, I'll probably use that term interchangeably here. It consists of the following phases. So there's a start of the year and weather forecast type, selection, kind of. Then there's the first action, then the second action, then there's going to be a maintenance, and then wine production, and then at the end of the 3rd, the 5th, and the 6th years, there's going to be a wine fair. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the round in detail. So even though we're going to skip this phase in the first year, we're going to talk about what happens during the start of the year. So the first thing that's going to happen is we're going to discard the vintage tile and reveal a new one underneath. Those range from +2 to -2, and we also have the possibility of having one of the expansion tiles in there, which is a no production year. There was a bug infestation, something along those lines. Really bad. So hopefully that doesn't come up. I don't know. It's mixed in somewhere in there. So that tile, that weather tile, it indicates the effect on production, what features are going to be highlighted in the fair, and the requests for the magnates, which the magnates up here. So after we've selected the tile, we're going to move the feature marker as indicated, which are these, the different features. Those represent the different aspects of the wine. As these move up these tracks, they will never reset throughout the game. That's important to remember. Then also before the 4th and 6th rounds, but after the 3rd and 5th rounds, you'll be able to flip up any used wine expert tiles as well. We'll cover that when we actually get there after the first year. So let's talk about the meat of the game, which is the action phases. So the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to take the year or taxation marker and move it to the first action spot on the board for that year. So we're going into year 1, so it'll be on the first action space. Each player in turn order then is going to select and perform one action, turn order being this here. We're going to randomize it before we get started. It's important to note that everybody starts here in the pass/press release area. From this point, everybody must move. You can never take the same action twice. So if I were here on my turn, I could not then go there again. I must move to a different location. When choosing where to move, adjacent is free. Adjacent includes diagonals in this game, so as it is right now at the beginning of the game, everything is adjacent. All 8 spots are adjacent to where we begin. However, if I were down here and I wanted to take one of these actions over here, I would be required to pay 1 bago, or $1 if you will. Thank you, Vanna. So $1, 1 bago to the bank for moving to a non-adjacent location. In addition to that, if someone has already moved to a location that I want to, you have to pay, in addition to the one for not moving adjacent, you have to pay for every piece of wood that's in that location. So if I were to move up here, I would owe 1 bago to the bank for the taxation marker. In addition to that, I would owe 1 bago to Matt because of the fact that he is there previously. So does that make sense? If you cannot or elect not to take the action in which you can go, in which you choose, you cannot go there. You must take the action. In addition to that, you must be able to pay for said action. If not, then you can come to the center here, which is a pass as well as press release location. So if on my turn, let's say on my turn, I say, you know what, I'm going to pass, I'm going to go there. There is no limit to the amount of people that can go here, and whenever always the center spot is free to go to. So it does not matter that there were already 2 people there, it's free for me to pass. So when you pass, you then can select which turn order you would like to go in. So if I want to go first, I can go. If I want to go fourth, unless obviously somebody has already passed prior to that, then they can choose ahead of me. But if, as it is, I choose to go first, then Matt would have to take his action. He moves, he would pay any money, he would take his action. That would be the end of the first round here. However, once we've reached the end of the first phase of the actions, at this point, everybody stays in relative turn order, and we just reset back to the top of the turn order. Then we would move into the second turn, everybody remaining where they were. Pretty simple, right? I think so, at least. So then we would go into the second phase, and that it happens exactly like the first one does. So now let's go ahead and talk about what the 9 actions are that are out here. So first and foremost, we're going to start in the top left, which is the vineyards action. So whenever you go there, you're allowed to purchase 1 vineyard per region. So there are 9 regions out here on the outside of the board. You can purchase multiple vineyards. However, you can only purchase 1 vineyard in 1 region. So I couldn't purchase, say, 2 here in Lisboa. I could only purchase 1 in Lisboa, and then if I wanted, I could purchase another one in Douro, etc., etc. So to be able to do so, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select a region, and then I'm going to take the topmost tile. So let's say I choose Lisboa. Seems appropriate.
It does.
Especially since Vital's here now. So I say I'm going to select the vineyard here in Lisboa. I would put my marker down into the location that corresponds with it. I would pay that amount of money. I would pay that amount of money in bagos to the bank. So in this case, these range from 3 bagos or 3,000 to 5,000. So we have 3 here, we have 5 here. So I would take it. Notice that some are red wine, some are white wine. Each region has 2 of each in the random at setup here. So if I were to go ahead and take this Lisboa one, it then would come over here onto my board, and it would go onto one of my 4 estates. Now, these are identical estates. I could, if I wanted to be different, I could have chosen this one. No harm, no foul. Okay, easy enough. So I flip it over. I've paid my 5 bagos to the bank. I flip it over. And then, last but not least, I then have to place a renown cube. So we have a group of renown cube, but I don't want to cover up the artwork, or else I put it here. But it's good artwork, so we're not going to do that. So because I took from Lisboa here, I place one renown cube over here, which this is going to help with the value of the wine for somebody who produces wine in Lisboa. I also should point out now that on a given estate, this being 6, meaning Lisboa region, the only other tiles that can go here are wineries, which we'll talk about in a little bit, or other red Lisboa wines. There is no blush. I cannot mix red and white wine. However,
no rosé.
if I wanted to, though, if I got a white Lisboa wine, I could make a second estate to where they're individual, completely different ones. So just wanted to point out 2 of each, and it must be a different estate if it's a different color wine. Okay? All right. So that is the vineyards action. Next, we're going to talk about the wineries. All right, so when you move to this location, you can purchase 1 or 2 wineries for 3 bagos or 3,000 bagos each. So when you select it, you grab one from over there, then you come over here and you can choose either white or red, it's up to you. And I can either place it to a unused estate, kind of betting on the come, meaning whenever I get something here, then it will become a part of that estate. However, as it were, I want to go ahead and place it down here in Lisboa with me. When I do so, if I were to place it up here, I would put the renown cube up here because we don't know where that goes. It goes into the region in which you select it, or in which the same region that on the estate. So in this case, if we put it down here, it then goes into region 6, which is Lisboa. So in that case, I would then place that out there. Easy enough. Any questions on that? And there's a total of, I believe, 16 in a 4-player game for that. Next, down below that is the enologist action. And again, just like the wineries, you can select 1 or 2 or purchase, I should say, hire. Not really buying
yeah, I think
people.
hire.
Hire would be a better word. So you can hire 1 or 2 enologists here, which these are the guys that actually work in the winery to help make a more valuable, higher quality wine. So if you purchase 1 or 2, they then come over and they can go on to any unworked winery. So in this case, that's the only unworked winery I have. Unlike wineries, I cannot put an enologist without a home. He needs a place to stay. So if you do not have a home, you can only have as many as you have wineries. So pretty simple on that. Also note that the renown cube symbol up here is not on the enologist. So you do not place a renown cube whenever you hire an enologist, all right? So now before we go any further, we do need to go over wine production, aging, and the value of your wine. You're gonna need to know how that process is and what that is before we go into the rest of these actions for them to make sense. So let's go ahead and go over producing wine and aging wine. So first things first, if you have any wine, for instance, if I had some wine that was already down here, you immediately slide everything in your warehouse 1 spot to the right. If you have any wine that is already to the far right and it needs to age more and it has no space, it's now soured and it's wasted. This then goes back to the supply and it became vinegar. It's no longer usable and drinkable. So don't let that happen. Also, any enologists or farmers that you have out on your player board can then be redistributed if you so desire. In this case, I only have 1 lonely enologist, so that won't happen. Then, at that point, every estate for every player then produces wine. So as you can see, I only have 1 estate here. However, if I had multiple, they would all work the exact same as what I'm about to run through here. So we have to determine the wine quality and then take a tile representing that number and place it in the leftmost location on each estate. So let's say, for argument's sake, I had produced this previously. It now ages. I redistribute my workers, and now we need to determine the wine quality that this estate is going to work or going to produce. So how we do that is the actual vineyard itself is going to produce 2 per tile. If I had another one, it would produce 4, obviously. So it's 2 per tile. It's 1 for each farmer. I have no farmers. 1 for each winery. I do have a winery. 2 for each enologist. I have an enologist. 3 if I were making port wine, which you'll note I'm not, but in Douro you can make port wine, this fancy stuff. And in addition to that, you have the weather conditions that will impact the quality of your wine as well. So now let's go ahead and do the math on this. So it's going to be 2 for the actual vineyard, it's going to be 1 for the winery, and 2 for the enologist, for a total of 5. So I go ahead and produce a 5 wine, I put it in the leftmost spot, and that's that. It is possible that either the weather conditions are so bad, or maybe things have not gone well for you to where you produce a 0 quality wine. Nobody wants to drink that crap, so, i.e. you do not produce any wine. So a 0 means you basically didn't produce, okay? All right, so that is the quality of the wine. Now, wine value is represented by barrels inside the circle icon in various places around the board. So there's one here, there's a couple others that are out here, which we'll cover here in a little bit. But it's important to understand that wine quality is this when you produce it. Wine value is whenever it's going to be sold, exported, or presented to the fair. That's going to be a different thing. So the base value of what that number is on the wine itself, so in other words, if I were to sell or present or export this 5 wine, it has a base value of 5, easy enough. Then, if I were to have a cellar, it would then add a +1, +3, or +5, depending on when it's aged, to that value of the wine. Or if I spend 1 or 2 renown cubes from the region in which that wine is produced, you're allowed to spend up to 2 as long as you can use them. And last but not least, if it comes from the 9th region, Algarve, it gets an automatic +1 because, ooh, it's from Algarve. So there you go. All right, exactly. So we'll run through the process of how that works here in a little bit. All right, but that is how you age wine and how you produce wine. Any questions on that locally here? No? Nope. All right, cool. So next we're going to go talk about the cellar action. And I don't mean cellars as in selling wine. I mean cellars as in the thing in the basement cellar. So as you notice, you can only purchase one of these. They each cost 2 bagos. And whenever you purchase one, you can select anywhere for them to go in any of your 4 estates. All right, so it covers a warehouse. So if I wanted, I could put it here, but realistically, I would want it to go there. So in this case, these guys would go to the leftmost spot in the existing order, and now that's going to be worth automatically a value of 6 and a value of 4 just by going into the cellar. As they age, they're going to slide over and increase value as we go. Pretty simple? Cool? All right, so that's the cellar action. Also, you'll note that it has a renown cube marker. So again, if it's here in Lisboa, I would add another renown cube. Cool. Next, we're going to go into sales. Sales is this bottom center action. Whenever you go there, you're allowed to sell 1 or more wine from your warehouse or your cellars to the location down here. For each wine that you want to sell, you're going to take 1 barrel from your supply. So you start the game with 8 barrels here. And you can sell any wine that you want from any of your estates. So in this case, let's say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and sell both of these. So I'm going to sell a red 5 and a red 3. So I would turn these back into the game. Then I could place here on the red 3 and here on a red 5. Easy enough. Now, I sold these. It's important to note now that whenever you sell, you do not get bagos in cash. This goes into your bank account. It gets, think of it as a credit card processor. It goes into your bank. You don't get cash. It's not a cash business. So in this case, I would get 5 and 3 for a total of 8. I would go from 11 up to 19, okay, in my bank account. Pretty simple, right?
Yep.
In addition to that, because I used wine that was here in Lisboa, I could discard renown cubes to up the value of my wine when I choose to sell it or export it or present it. So I could have used all 3 between the two, a maximum of 2 per wine, but I chose not to. So easy enough. In addition to that, you'll notice right here, there is a little, there are icons there that allow you to remove pairs of barrels from local establishments. So there are 3 different establishments. You got your like neighborhood pub or neighborhood haunt. You have the local hotel and the ritzy nightclub area. Those are 3 very distinct establishments. So if you want to remove a pair of barrels, because you are limited to 8 barrels in this entire game, they must come from the same establishment. So if you notice, those are 2 different establishments. So because I cannot remove them in pairs, that means I cannot remove them. So it may have been smarter to use some of these renown cubes to get them both over here so that once I've already made the money, I can pull them back to be able to be used. Because until you take this action, which can be done at any time on your turn, you're kind of stuck as far as your barrels out there. Be good on sales. All right, so moving over to the left now is the export action. The export action works almost identical to the sales action. This gets you money in your bank account. This gets you victory points. They work mechanically identical. So if you notice the 3 wine that I sold here, these numbers don't go that low. So I could not sell a 3 or export a 3 wine. But I could have exported my 5 if I had used 1 or 2 renown cubes, put it out here on the respective number, and it's there permanently, and you immediately score whatever victory point that is in green. The darker shaded ones are in-game scoring, but the green are immediate victory points. So I would immediately peg 3 points on the board, boom, easy enough. And you can also export any number of wine that you want to the export area. Important to note, you're not getting these barrels back, ever. All right. However, in-game scoring, that's considerable amount of points. We good? All right. Some water. A moment. All right. Next, we're going to go into the 2 most confusing, most difficult, but the things that make this game what it is. The bank, and then eventually the fair. So we're going to talk about the bank. The bank is this action down here in the right-hand corner. So if you notice, through all of these other actions, at no point have you heard me say the words, and you get money. The only exception to that is anytime there are little bonus with bagos on it, or if someone goes to a location that you are and they pay you money. That is the only time you are getting money in this game, except for going to the bank. So when you take the bank action, you have 3 available actions. You can take these as many times as you wish in any order that you wish. So you could do just 1 of them, you could do 2 of them, you could do all 3. So first and foremost, you can withdraw from your bank account. This is how you get money. So if I'm up here at 11 and I say I want 5 bagos, I would drop to 6, I would get $5 from the bank. Easy enough, right? Okay, that's withdrawing. And just like withdrawing, the opposite of withdrawing is depositing. I could deposit 5 bagos into my account and it will move that up that far. The reason this is going to matter is a number of different reasons, but ultimately it's in-game victory points. And if you notice, this 18 is nothing to be trifled with. That is a significant amount of points. So the higher this is, the more you're going to want to invest in theory, but as is almost all Lacerda games and all good economic games at all, money is tight. The last one is talking about investing. So investing has to do with this track down below. You invest bagos from your bank account So in other words, at no point am I putting money in except for depositing. But if I want to, it's the amount of money that you see in the arrow of travel. So for instance, if I wish to move up for my next one to make an investment, I would then drop 3 here and move that up to the next level so that during maintenance, I'm getting interest on my bank account. Okay? So let me give some examples here of ways that you can do how everything works interchangeably, and this is just using the example that's in the book. So if I wish to withdraw 3 bagos from the bank, there I would take 3 money direct in cash. Then I choose to invest, then I would then pay, say, 3 more bagos to move up to the next spot. And then if I wish to do it again, I could pay 4 more and drop all the way down. So I have heavy investments, but I'm nearly broke in my bank account. That makes sense? Cool? All right. So that's the actual bank action. So 3 actions. Take money out, put money in, and invest to be able to move on that track. All right. Cool. So there are only 2 actions that we haven't talked about yet. We have the wine experts and then the wine fair and passing. So the wine experts actually is pretty simple. When you go here, you can take 1 or 2 wine experts. They cost 1 or 1,000 bagos each. You take the top one off of any color that you choose and you put it down or you put it face up in your tableau. Pretty simple. Each wine expert has 2 different abilities. You can spend them at any point on your turn to be able to take the special ability that they grant, which is located on the top of the wine expert, or you can save them for the wine fair, which we'll talk about when we get to the wine fair. Cool? Pretty simple. You are limited to 6 at one time, so if you ever take a 7th, you then have to discard one of the existing ones that you have. And they have different abilities. We'll cover those as we play. I don't think we need to go into detail on that. So last but not least is the pass/press release action spot. So when you pass, we've already talked about it changes turn order to how you choose it, but then a press release. And to be honest with you guys, everybody here at the table understands the actions on how that works. So instead of TMI, which we're probably reaching saturation anyways, we're going to save the wine part or the wine fair actually until we get there or when somebody does a press release. I think that would be the best way to go about it. Any issues with that?
Sounds good.
Cool. All right. So those are the 9 available actions. We take them once, we take them twice. Then we go into maintenance. So maintenance is you're paying the salaries, and paying or receiving interest, as it were. So you're going to get interest on your investment. So whatever number this is over here, you're going to get that much or you'll have to pay that much out of your bank account. It's all within the bank itself. So you're never paying cash for any of these actions. Last but not least, you have to pay 1 bagos for each enologist. So over here on mine, I have 1 enologist. That doesn't mean I pay 1 bagos. We're not paying them under the table. Instead, it comes direct deposit, if you will. You will, there you go. I paid my enologist. However, I owe 1. I would get 1 from my investment, so that means actually I don't move. Cool? So that's maintenance, and that happens after the second action of each one. Then we go into the wine fair, and then we reset as I talked about at the beginning, rinse and repeat, do that 6 times, the game's over. There is some more to this. Obviously, we didn't talk about the wine fair at all, and we did not talk about the magnates, but those kind of go hand in hand after the first press release. So you know what? Let's just go ahead and get started. All right, so any questions from the chat? And actually, what we're going to do is, as we bring everything up, we'll reset everything. We'll randomize turn order. Appreciate everybody's patience, and if you guys have any questions, now would be a good time. So I need to pull these back. We need to randomize turn order, if y'all would, please. I need to get rid of that, and I will shuffle up Lisboa. Oh, awesome. Hey, Vital. He said, well done, Edward. That's all. That always feels good when the designer says, hey, well done. All right,
Nice.
Cool. All right, so we have that. So we have turn order there. We're in the first round. Give me one moment to finish resetting a bit. We need to put this back for there. And if you'll notice, I wasn't, I was fair to righties and to lefties.
Thank you.
All right, me being left-handed, they all were going to be left-handed, but decided to make it fair there. So we have that, we have that. Yeah, here, and throw these back in. Everybody should have a level 2 wine to begin with. And now we need to select in turn order, I believe it is. Actually, I have to double check that I believe it's in turn order. There. All right. So there are 9 different regions in the game, as I mentioned before. Each of them have a special ability, and we're going to touch on those very, very quickly. Let me get to the setup for the 2010. And so we're going to choose in player order. Everyone's going to get a vineyard of their choice that they'll pay for, 1 wine tile, which we've already gotten, and then we're going to get some additional amount of money based on player order. So with that said, Matt, choose your, let's go over these real quick. Okay. I apologize, Vital, for butchering it, but it's Traos Montes, maybe. So it automatically is a +2 quality of wine, okay? Notice this symbol being different than this symbol. This is the quality of the wine, not the value of the wine. When it shows a barrel inside, that's the value. So +2 on the quality. Mino, you cannot age. This is a young wine, so you do not age it, so you cannot put a cellar in that region. Port wine, or Porto, you get 2 of the port bottles, which just means whenever you produce it, it's a +3 quality on the wine. Dow automatically comes with a cellar, pretty nice. Comes with a farmer here in Rabatejo, I think is how you say it. We'll talk about farmers if and when somebody selects a wine from there. Lisboa comes with a winery. Setúbal comes with 2 experts of your choice. They must be the top. You can select one, look at it, and then select the other. Alentejo is whenever you spend a renown cube, you get a +2 value to your wine, and Algarve it's Algarve, so it's +1 value to the wine.
So I think you said that this one was +2 value, but
I'm sorry, it's +2 to the wine. The wine fair. Good call. That's it. Yep. There you go. All right. So Matt, go ahead. Choose. Remember, you do have to pay for your wine as well, and they range from 3 to 5. And Banker Dave, the port wine here actually, and I didn't want to block Michael's view, but they actually go here in Douro, right there.
I think I will go to
place your bets now,
go to
guys.
Lisboa.
All right.
So for 5.
Yep. And it must be on the red side. Flip it over. Mm-hmm. Flip it over. There you go. All right. Cool. Done. And you produce automatically a 2 value wine for the start of the game. All right. And
I get one of those.
Oh, you do get a winery right away.
Yeah.
Good call. Oh, in Portuguese you pronounce the J's. Alentejo? Alentejo?
I don't know.
Jo? Ah, boy, I'm going to butcher that. You placed your disc as well. Good. Okay. I'm going to go with some port wine. I probably ought to get rid of the cellar. So we will go ahead, and the port is there. So we're going to go Douro. I will pay 5,000 bagos. I will get the red, and I get 2 of those guys. So they're tiles in the base game, but the fancy edition. Here we go. So there. So that tells us whenever we produce port wine, and we'll just keep those there. Whenever I produce port, it's going to be +3 in quality. All right. Alentejo. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. And yes, multiple people can select from the same region. All right. Next.
So it's me.
Yep.
Oh, do we put renown cubes out?
Yes. Should have put renown cubes. Yeah. Good. Here. Good call. There we go.
Does Lisboa get 2 because I put that on, or?
No,
No,
it does
okay.
not, because you did not take the winery action. Okay.
All right. Good to know.
All right. Alentejo. Oh, thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
That's awesome. All
Awesome.
right, very cool. Thank you. All right.
All right, so I went to Algarve.
There you go. I think that's it. So it gets a renown cube there, and you paid your 4 bagos?
Have not yet.
Okay. So
Okay.
whenever you sell, export, or present it at the wine fair, it's a +1 automatically. All right. What does the $5 mean? It means he gave us $5, Paul.
It's a tip.
The end. It's a tip. You know, don't forget
No,
to
it's
tip
just
your
the tip.
wait staff.
Mhm.
Right. There you go. There you go. All right.
Who says you don't get
Michael.
cash in this game?
Right. Yeah. Right.
I think I'll go to region number 7, Setúbal.
Okay, so Setúbal, it will go there. So you owe 5,000 or 5 bagos. So what I'm curious is the money. I guess bagos is what it is now, as opposed to like in Lisboa, the money was called
Reals,
something
right?
Reis and Reals. So I wonder. So you get there,
All right. Is everyone...
and you get 2 wine experts to begin with.
Let's see. Take this one, which will let me do the. This is the sell wine action.
Let me actually I have to reference these. I apologize, guys.
Or
So
+1 when selling,
Should be.
I think.
Are they on your little? Guess not.
it's here on one of the 2 rule books. One moment, guys. But go ahead. We can continue going.
And then.
Oh, actually, I think he's one of the expansion ones. So we are playing with the base rules, the 2010 rules, as I said, but there are a couple of the expansion things that we are doing. So we have the experts in, just I randomly mix them in, and that's that. So as we come across them, we'll go over them. Then it's just the deluxe tasting room pack, so it's just fancy stuff. So in fact, Matt should get one of the wineries, one of the white buildings.
Oh, yeah.
It just goes on.
Good.
So that's that.
Nice.
The port bottles and the feature bottles there instead of just discs. So whatever, it just looks better. And then last but not least is the boy. Oh, nice, Eric, awesome. So the Phylloxera vintage tile. So this is the tile that I was talking about, that it might have a 0 production one year. So I threw that in just because the game's not hard enough, I guess. I don't know. All right, so real quick. Now, Michael, you took, that is each barrel sold in the sales action earns 1 extra bago for here. You get 2 of those, actually.
Yep. So
Alright.
the next one is this one right here. Mean I can look at the
It
peek at the next
allows
one?
you to secretly check the next vintage tile. If you use it, though, you have to turn it face down, and it can't be used for the wine fair.
And same for all the experts, right?
Any of the
Just once you
experts,
use
correct?
them,
Yep.
they go face down.
Except where they reset at the end of the 3rd and the end of the 5th round.
All right. I'll take this one, who gives an extra victory point when exporting wine.
All right, cool. All right, so we are ready to rock and roll. Now, based on the amount of money, based on turn order, actually, let me get that. We all get, well, everybody but Matt gets extra bagos to start. So the start player receives no extra. Second gets 1, 2, and 3 respective. So I get 1 extra bago, please. Amanda gets 2. And Michael gets 3. All right, so Matt, take your action, rock and roll. Jason says make sure Matt gets that $5. Awesome. Hey, also, if you guys have not, make sure you place your bets, guys.
I think I'll go ahead and go up here and get a cellar.
All right. All right, so 2. And unfortunately, because there's so much detail on the board. You guys are going to play along with me. The other tableaus are not
But
able to
currently,
fit.
I have this.
There you go. So he now has a 3 value wine. Cool. All right. So, so I can make a case for coming up here. I would have to pay 1,000 to go though because of the turn marker being there. I could go to the winery. Those are the two most likely for me. I like the idea of being able to get a couple extra bagos for that. You know what? This way, somebody has to pay if they want to do any of the top 3. Let's go ahead and do that. And I'm going to... Oh boy. Why not? I'm terrible with money in this game. So I will go ahead and get 2 wineries, please. So that's going to be a total of 6,000. So I will take those and those. Thank you. So the 6,000, so that's all my money. Who needs money anyways? And the 2 wineries. So I could place both in one location if I want, but since it's already a +3, I think I'm actually going to go ahead and put one down here. And again, these are just fancy buildings for the special edition. All right, but I'm not going to use them so you guys can see. So there, now I need the renown cubes. So the renown cubes, one goes on here because we don't know what region that's going to be attached to. This one, however, this renown cube goes into region 3. So region 3, Doro, actually goes there. And when you did your cellar,
supposed to get one,
should have gotten one. That's the easiest thing to forget, even though it's right there in front of us. All right?
Yeah, there's.
Yep,
We're
got
alerting.
it. Yep,
Okay.
we're on it. Thanks, guys. If you choose Lisboa as your initial vineyard, immediately receive 1 winery and a wine tile value 3. Oh, because it's +1. So there you go. So Matt, change that to a 3. Good call, Eric. Thank you. And that's actually a good reminder as well, Scott. If you're not at 1080p 60, if your internet can handle it, I would recommend that.
If you're not at 1080p, you make Ian cry.
Yes.
Right, seriously.
You don't want to
All right.
make Ian cry.
All right, cool. So that is the end of my turn. Amanda? I appreciate the bets, guys. So let's see. We got Trevor on me, Cabralicus. Paul has Matt. Philip has Amanda. I feel like Amanda's got Yahweh on her side now. That doesn't bode well for the rest of us.
She has had recently.
Well, I've been on a really hot streak, so I expect that to stop now.
Yeah, seriously. I think she's won like 6 games in a row that she's played. It's been ridiculous. And actually, now you guys got me paranoid about turn order being based on the vineyards that we start with. I'll just double check. That is right, actually.
A cellar.
Yep. So hold on. Yep. According to the region number, move ahead of any players that haven't yet chosen a region and ahead of any players that chose a higher region. So the higher the number, later in turn order. So that's going to be Amanda.
So I should be first then,
You
right?
should. Yep. Man, screwing that up. Look at that. All right. So
Gotta
if that's
rewind
the no, let's not rewind it too much. So Amanda, you wanted a seller, right? So Matt, you owe her $1
All right, fine.
or bagos. Easy enough. Done. And now, Michael, if you want to go to the winery, then that will have to change what I do, but no big deal.
Okay.
Good call.
Should we fix the starting money since now I would have only had $1 extra, but
Yes.
I've got 2 more bucks.
That is spot on.
I wouldn't
yes.
have gotten any, right?
You're correct.
And I had.
So
I got,
Amanda got no extra money.
I got 2, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So now, Matt, you get $2 extra. And
Yeah, I'm up $1.
I got 1, so I get 2 more.
And I paid my 2 for
There we
that.
go. Cool.
For my
Now
cellar.
we'll reset. Sorry about that, guys. Sheesh. You'd think I was out of practice or something on this. Whew. All right.
All right, so I will.
Oh, easy
Make
enough.
some more
Good.
vineyards.
All right, cool. So
Okay, so pay the 1 because of the
the turn marker.
tax marker.
Yep.
And let's go to. Is it Duro for some
Okay.
of the port?
I support that.
wine.
All right, so you paid your 5, put a renown cube out, and he gets 2 port. And the discs are out here to remind everybody who is in what region, okay? So as it is right now, here, just because it's lighter, you can see that Michael and I are both there in Duro. Everyone else is just in their own, okay? Cool. All right. Good. So that's the end of the first actions. So now, nobody is passed, so we just go into the second action. Same order. Squirrel? Welcome from Taipei. All right. Awesome. Aha. Okay. Easy enough. Not a big deal to reset that. I'm sure we'll hear about it in the chat
Oh, in the
as people
comments.
watch, or in the comments after the fact, and then they'll be like, "Oh, wait, you caught it."
Yeah. That's normally what happens.
Hey, Vito, appreciate you being here, man. Thanks. Because I know it's like 3, 4 in the morning your time, so thanks.
I told you he'd be here.
Right?
Okay, I'm gonna get a
You're gonna pay me
Winery.
first.
fine.
We in the money.
Okay, so I'm just gonna
Okay.
get 1.
All right. So 3 bagos.
And that leaves me with 1 bagos.
Okay. Cool. All right. So now, Michael, you're up.
All right. Well, I blew all my money on vineyards, so I don't have a whole lot of options. So
So you're
in the
passing.
middle. Yep.
Oh, look, even Ian's here.
Oh, hey, Ian. You need to answer your email. All right, so you pass. You're choosing to go first. All right, then Matt. And are you doing a press release?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So Matt.
Yes, that is my name.
And actually, when we're done with the game, at the end of the night, if you guys remind me, I'll flip this over and show you guys how drastically different the 2016 version is. The 2016
I will
version of the
go
rule game.
there.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so 1 or 2.
For $2, I'll go for 2.
All right.
I will take.
So that's
Okay.
pretty self-explanatory. You get 2 bagos
$2.
whenever, right? Whenever you flip it over. So here, actually, I'll just touch on these guys real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So the public relations guy here, you return him to the bottom of the deck, and you take 1 from the top. So it kind of lets you cycle through a little bit. We've covered what she does. She lets you look at the next season. This guy here is actually one of the base ones. I actually have to look that up. The base ones I can't remember. That's funny.
Lets you rearrange the vineyards on one of the regions, I think.
Is it? Oh, that's it. So the stack
Something like
before you select, you can
Yeah, yeah,
rearrange
I
so
remember
that
that.
you. Oh, I don't want the red. I want the
Right.
white or whatever. And she allows you to pull back 1 barrel from the board. I just don't know if it's from the export location or not. But that's it. Go ahead, Matt. You can take your second one while I look.
Yeah, I'll take her, and you can tell me what she does.
Have to be difficult, didn't it?
I did.
All right. Yep. All right. Give me a second to find it. Actually.
Just hand it to me.
Oh, wait, here we go. It is from anywhere, so you can pull it from here. Okay.
Okay.
Without losing the victory points.
You know you would lose.
You
Well, you
would lose
wouldn't.
them.
You wouldn't lose what you've gained.
Right,
You
but
would
you lose
lose
the-
end
Yeah.
game because it's
Yeah, you wouldn't
the
have
game
draw.
doesn't have a memory, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. All right, good deal. Cool. All right, so that is Matt's second action. Now it's mine. So right now I'm looking at, if I make port, that would be 5. That would be 6. Equality of 6, but I like 8 better. And I have a little bit of money. I do have to pay him every round. And I should have noted that when you hire enologists, like I'm about to, I think, or is it a seller? I think a seller makes more sense. If you hire an enologist, you cannot voluntarily fire them. They're with you until you cannot pay them anymore. So actually, I will go ahead and go adjacent. I will pay the 2 bagos here and get a seller.
Seller.
Thank you. And you know what? Let's go ahead and juice up that main area and get that ready. I also have to put a renown cube here in Duro, so I will. And that's that. All right, so that's the end of the second action of the first year. Now we go into maintenance. So now everybody is going to get interest based on this. So everybody's at +1. That's pretty simple. What are you doing getting money out of the bank? It's interest here on the bank. You want money? Go here. All right, so that's interest. Does anybody have any enologists? Nobody does yet, so nobody owes direct deposit to them. So then we go into producing wines. So I'll go ahead and go first, or you guys, if you guys feel comfortable, go ahead and do it on your own. So I will do it for everybody else. So here we go. So, oh, wait, before we do that, so we have a +0 here for the weather, right? So that's just a base. So producing port wine, so it's 2 + 3 is 5, +1 is 6. So I'm going to discard one of the bottles, and then I'm going to get a 6 wine, and it is going to be a red wine.
Hang on.
There you go. So there's a 6 value wine. There's nothing to age. Oh, actually, there should have. I apologize. So I should have aged. I forgot to have that on there. That will age first, and then the 6 will go on there. So now whenever I sell, export, or present these wines, that's actually a 7 or a 3 wine, respectively. So there we go. Cool. All right.
I will take a 3 wine from right over there.
All right, so everybody's producing wine. Since it's
Take
off
a
camera,
3.
if you guys want to just say what you produced.
I'm producing a 3 white.
There you go.
All right, so I'm producing a 2 red and a 5 Porto.
All right, so there's another.
It's funny when Vitalis says he's going to take Sandra to the train station. I can't help but dislike her just a little.
That's awesome. That's funny.
Her
Don't fall down the
Kanban?
escalator.
Oh,
Right? All right, so that is production. Pretty simple. Any questions on that, right? Okay, so we go into year 2. So first things first, for the beginning of the year, so we're going to discard the existing tile that's up there, the weather tile, Matt or Michael. All right, then we're going to flip over. There you go. Flip over. And so a number of things are going to happen here. So first things first is we see that it is that a +2? Or
Minus
is it
two.
-2?
Mhm.
So all
Dark storm
wines
clouds.
will produce at a -2 at the beginning of next year. Or when we produce wine, I should say. Also, all of the features will advance 1 on the track.
So every single one of them.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Then probably ought to point out for whenever we do choose to do a press release, what the 3 features are. So Annabella, she wants red wine. Bruno wants a quality of, a value 4 wine or higher. And Carolina, she wants from region 1, 2, 5, and 8, which is nobody's in 1, 2, there is nobody in 5, and there is nobody in 8 right now. So there you go.
So she's not going to be
So
very happy.
Michael passed, so we reset that. And Michael, it is your turn.
Well, I have no money, so I'm gonna try to get some. But it'll go in the bank first, sadly for me.
So,
All right.
so it's interesting to note, and that's what makes this game so hard. To be able to get money, you either could have gone straight to the bank, or if you're going to sell wine, to increase the money you can take out in the bank, that takes both actions in the entire year. That's 1/6 of the game, just to get money.
Mm-hmm.
I might actually just go to the bank instead because my vineyards are both just a level 2, and I'll need to spend some money to fix that because of this stormy year.
Oh, good point. Because if they produce at 2, that means they produce at 0 this year.
Yeah. Let's see. So I would need $3. So if I took money out, I would not. Or okay, if I took out enough money to buy 2 of these, assuming this was open by the time it got back to me, that would take me all the way down to the -2
Correct.
points.
I'm sure that's
man.
pure coincidence that it works that way.
Wasn't play tested to death.
No.
Well, oh, man, not producing 2 wines sounds really bad.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing
Yeah.
with you
Yeah.
in your predicament.
Yeah.
Go with that.
Already unsure what they should be doing in this game.
Oh, that's right. This is your first game, isn't
Yep.
it? That's right.
So
what
let's go to the bank.
I would recommend not dropping all the way down to 0.
Yeah, I'll go to the
Okay.
bank. I'll take out enough for just one
Okay.
winery.
Now, keep in mind, you
I might
can
wanna save.
divest. I'm sorry. You can. Yeah, you can divest, which means you won't be making any interest, so your bank won't be going up, but it will give you access to 2 more bagos if you want.
Yeah, I think I will divest once.
Okay, so when you
And-
divest, so that goes up 2 here. Okay, then you have 8 bagos in your bank account if you would like to withdraw any, sir.
And then I will take out 5.
All right,
Since I'll have to pay some extra for
down to
the
3.
action just moving money.
So at least you got cash now.
Yeah.
And the advantage of that is if you look around the table, I have 1 bagos, Amanda has 1, Matt has 2. Money's tight. So maybe they're going to come and they'll pay you for the privilege of going to the bank.
That would be neat.
Squirrel, Squirrel, you're up.
All right, I'm going to buy an enologist or hire an enologist. He's gonna live in this White House.
Okay, all right. So just 1, huh?
Yeah.
All right, Matt.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down here.
And everybody's moving adjacent, mind you. So, all right, so you're selling some wine. What you selling?
I've got a 4.
Okay.
Actually, we'll sell this 4 here.
Okay. So it's 4 because it's 3 plus
3
1
plus
at
1
the
in the cellar.
At the cellar. In addition to that, which region is that from?
Lisboa.
Okay, so there are 2 renown cubes. So it's currently a 4 wine. You could make it up to a 6 if you wish by spending both of the renown cubes.
I believe I will make it a 6.
Oh, bagos is a street word for escudos.
That's what it used to be before the euro.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
And we'll go ahead and spin those, and we'll go 6.
All right, so getting rid of both of the renown cubes and 6,
And
so
another
that means this goes up to 6, which is to 12. Straight cheddar. All right, man. I'd like to take a loan. Not really, just kidding.
They're right there.
Divest.
Yeah.
Well, no, without going to the bank.
That's called robbery.
I'm debating whether... You know what? Here we go. Since I have good wine, yeah, I think I'm okay with this. So I am going to go ahead and pass. Move me up to first. Wait, make sure I want to go first. Well, I do want to go first. The reason that might matter is I might want somebody to move out of a location before I go there, but I think I'm going to be okay for what it is I'm planning on doing. So I will go first. So I passed, or I changed the turn order, and now we're going to go into what all goes into a press release, because I am going to release a wine, or present a wine to the wine fair in anticipation of this. The reason being, because I'm going to be able to qualify for 2 of what the magnates want, so therefore now is a good time for me to do so. All right, so I'm going to go through this step by step so that it's clear for everybody. So right now I have a 7 value wine that I'm going to present. 6 plus 1 at the cellar makes it a 7 value wine. Okay? So, the 7 value wine is going to get discarded. And actually, I guess I should stay here. So it's a 7 value wine. So if we're looking over here on our player aids, 7 value says that I'm allowed to place 3 or use 3 wine experts maximum, for which I get to at the wine fair. Whew, words. All right. So a 7 value. So that means I select the 3. So I'm going to take the 3, and then I can select any of these 6 bonuses.
No.
So because I need money, so right now all of the different
Attributes.
of the wine are all equal. There isn't a huge advantage of one over the other. So I'm looking at what experts. The reason I wanted to go first is I wanted to be able to get a couple of the experts. And to be honest with you, looking at what they do as far as bumps, yellow and red both get a bump. So if I want money here, that's it's kind of a wash. So I'm going to I like the idea of being able to do that. So I'm going to go to the yellow one, yellow and green. So I immediately get 3 bagos from the bank. So I got that. Now, because my wine was not at 10 or greater, you subtract 9 for any bonus fair points that you would get. So I don't get any for that because it wasn't a 10 or higher. Okay, easy enough. So, took the fair tile, I put that out there, I placed it on a booth. Now I can place barrels up with the magnates. So again, what was it that I presented? I presented a 7 red from region 3, right? So red, good. 7, that's more than 4. Region 3, not. So I can place up to 2 barrels, and it's a maximum of 1 per magnate. So I will place 1 on Annabella and 1 up at Bruno. This is how you're able to get bonus actions. You got it?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So immediately when doing so, you can then take an additional action. You can take what's called a magnate action. So you cannot do this in the first year, but we are in the second year. So I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at the possible actions. So any of these 6 are reusable actions. However, the barrel must stay in its own lane, meaning anything for Annabella has to stay in that top row, Bruno has to stay in the middle, Carolina has to stay on the bottom. However, I can freely bounce between these as much as I want. However, to take that action, you have to discard 1 wine from any of your estates. So, what do we want to do here? Well, we know that I only really have 2,000 to spend, but let's go ahead and boost up the bank account. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to discard this 3 value wine. It doesn't matter the value of the wine, or I'm sorry, the quality or the value of the wine. It doesn't matter. It just matters that it's wine. I'm discarding that wine. So by doing so, I can move 1 of my barrels. Oh, I can't do that because I have no wine to sell then because I just discarded that. Grrr. Never mind. I won't take the action. But that's how you get bonus actions. So I put my wine back on there. So that's it. That's all I got. That's presenting a wine for the wine fair, getting ready for the wine fair. Oh, actually, that's not it. Sorry. So because it's yellow and green, they're both at 1s. I go up to 2 fair points, which all of these attributes and all of the fair points are cumulative throughout the entire game. They never reset. So that's it.
All right, Mike. You're Billy, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, wait, no, that's the end of the round, isn't
End
it?
of the year.
I'm sorry.
Or not the year.
End of
Action
the
round.
So
Yep.
those reset. Forgot. I'm going back to back. We go second action. I will then go here. So I will spend 2 bagos to do so, and I will take 2 of the experts. So we see that I am on yellow and green. So I'm definitely going to take the yellow because it's going to give a +1 to that. That'll go onto my tableau. And unfortunately, none of the others, the yellow or green, don't have the extra boost to that. So let's think ahead, and I'll go ahead and take the red one, since to be able to get money, the red and the blue, I will take her. So now, on my tableau, I have those two that I could use the top at any point if I wish, or I could save them for the fair, which when we get there, we'll go over that. So turn of the yellow player is complete.
All right, with this horrible stormy year, I don't want to lose out on producing anyone at all. So I'm going to come up here, which will cost me $1 to, since it's not adjacent to where I was,
Yep.
for a winery, and I'll take a white one.
All right, doesn't matter. They're double-sided, either
Oh,
side.
right.
So it's
All right.
3,000 bagos?
3,000.
Or 3.
Yep. So now I'm down to just one left.
And you place it, which region did you place it in?
Duro.
In Duro. I appreciate that. And one other thing that I forgot that I could have done is I could have used 2 of the renown cubes to boost it from a 7 to a 9, but honestly, it's wasteful for me because it wouldn't have helped, because a 9 isn't, it allows me to take more experts or to use more experts, but because these are the first 2, I didn't want to. Okay.
That makes sense.
All right, so Amanda, you're up. Franny, you gave up drinking. I don't think I've ever had port. I don't think I have. Have you all?
This looks
I
hard.
don't think so.
No.
No? Okay, all right.
All right, I think I am going to do a press release also.
Okay, so you're going to pass? Or not pass, sorry. You're going to change turn order. So what turn, where would you like to go?
I would like to go first.
Okay. All right, so now press release. So first off, which wine are you going to present?
It is from Region 9.
Okay, now, thing to keep in mind.
I know,
Okay.
but I want to get some points on the board, and I do
As long
go
as
for
you
the
have a
second
plan,
one.
Go for it. Okay, go for it. Okay, cool.
So this one it's a 3-4.
One last thing that I will remind you is you automatically do a press release before the wine fair at the end of the year. At the end of the third year, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be that next year is better.
Or it could be that it's worse.
Or it can't be worse.
Yeah, it could.
-2 is as bad. Or I guess it could be no production.
It could be no production,
point.
or it could be I meet none of the criteria.
But at least everything would advance. So just throwing that out there.
Thanks.
Okay. All right, cool. So which wine are you
All right,
presenting?
from Region 9.
Okay.
It's not the 2, but with my seller makes it 3.
Okay.
With my region makes it 4.
Okay, so that's 4 because it's Region 9 here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's right now a base of 4. Are you going to use the Renown Cube to make it a 5? That would make it to where you could use multiple experts.
I don't have any experts at
Okay.
all, so no.
So you're
I'll
going to
save
save
it
the
for
Renown
later.
Cube. So it's going to be a 4 wine.
Mm-hmm.
So a 4 wine, and I'll show everybody on my board. So value 4 wine means she's going to get the number 1 that's out in front of her tableau.
Put this up. Okay, my number 1.
And choose one of the actions. So there are 5 booths left.
I will take the money.
Okay, so Amanda will get 2 bagos immediately. Nope. Oh yeah, and then she will score for for blue and red, which they're both at 1. So, yep.
And then I qualify for the second
For
one,
Bruno,
for
because
Bruno.
it was at least a quality 4. It was a white wine, so it wasn't for Annabella, and it's not for Carolina because it's Region 9.
Right.
All right. So now immediately, if you wish, you could discard a wine to then take any of the available actions along that middle strip. And the reason I mentioned these 2 you can bounce between. The other 3 down there are permanent end-game scoring points, which we can go over if people need. Otherwise, we can do it as we place them. All right?
I
Hey,
am.
Nathan.
I am not going to do anything else.
Okay, so you're done. Cool. So, Matt.
We'll go here. We will hire an enologist. We'll just get one for one,
Okay.
and he'll go here.
All right.
Good
Easy
night,
enough.
Rabbi.
Take care, Philip. All right, so now we go into maintenance. So, interest. Blue makes no interest, but does not pay any interest. Everyone else gains 1. So we're up to 13 there. And then enologist.
Just move me back.
All right, so red has an enologist, so he pays direct deposit to him.
So does purple.
So does purple, so back there. Good. Now we go into production. I want to remind everybody it's -2. So we're looking over here. Now, you do not have to produce port wine with the Duro, or Enduro. However, I think I will. Yeah, I think I will. So that's going to be 2, which is really a 0 right now. So that's going to be 3, and 1 makes a 4. So that'll be a 4 red. Everything ages to the right first. That's my last port. Done.
I will make a 2 red.
Actually, it should be a 3. You have a winery and an enologist,
Yeah.
which makes it a 3.
No, so it does.
Here you go. Trade you. Right. I also make a 3, but mine is a white.
I forgot that dude was a 2.
So close.
Yep.
Wait, so the enologist and the winery don't stack to make a +3?
Oh, they do. No, that's exactly it. That's why it's a 3.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So 3, 5 minus 2.
Yeah, I forgot we were adding from
worries.
0.
Yep.
Is the-
Right, the
11.
base is 0. So what did you make, Michael?
Well, I don't make any in my first one, and I lose a wine that I should have presented.
Oh no.
Trying to decide if I should do a 1 or spend the
The
other
port for a 4. So the
I feel
nice
like
thing...
a 1 wouldn't be terribly useful unless I already had stuff up here, and then I would be able to present it, but...
Well, keep
Not
in
sure I'd
mind
be
that
real
a
lucky for
one
that.
a one wine is really easy to discard to be able to do those things. So
Right.
it's a lot less painful. So you can make a case for spending the port to be able to make a wine to then possibly present next year, or you're going to want to present either the 5 white that you have there, or get a cellar to where it doesn't go away, because then that
Yeah.
marker will go away, right?
Yeah. I think for now I'll just take a 1 then.
Okay. All right, so everyone has produced their wine. We stay in relative order, move that. We are already a third of the way through the game, all right? But we're going into our first wine fair at the end of this year. So remember, after the fair, any used experts will then unflip, okay? However, if you use them at the fair, they go away permanently, okay? All right, so Purple, you're up.
We need to
Need to do
do
the
new...
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
so here we go.
Over
So there, that goes away. And what do we have?
+1.
All right, so green goes up 2 and yellow goes up 1.
Nice.
Well, I'll take that.
And then,
That's perfect for me. I guessed well.
Good job.
and then red and value 8.
Ooh.
And regions 2, 5, 6, and 9.
So 5, 6, yay Mike or Matt, and 9, yay Amanda. So there you go. All right, so now Amanda, it's your turn. There you go. Ian says 1 vineyard for the fair, a great wine. 1 for the export, a good wine. And 1 for the magnate, terrible wine is the way to go if you can manage it. Sure. Easier said than done, Ian.
Let's see.
And Cabralicus, between, are you talking the 2010 and the 2016-2010 version, or the differences in the actual on this side of the board?
Okay. I think I want to get some money in the bank, so
You're going to sell a wine?
and sell a wine.
Okay.
So this counts for this as well, right?
Yeah, anytime you sell, export, or present a wine.
Just making sure.
Yes.
So I'm
It's,
gonna.
it's Algarve.
Hang on, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Portuguese for the girl.
The Garve. It's fancy. Okay, so this is going to be 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so it's
a 5.
It's 3 in your cellar, plus 1 makes it 4, and then, it's Algarve, 5. So it's going to be a 5 white, which immediately bumps up your bank account to 11. Crank it up to 11.
Woo!
All right, cool. You're done?
Yippers.
All right. So I have 2 bagos, and I would love to do that, but Vital says you can't. Silly rules. So I do have wine now. And I could use the magnate action to sell wine, which is really, really, really tempting at this point. I think I will. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. And this is where I said you get 12 base actions. You can take bonus actions. So at any point on my turn, I can take a magnate action in addition to my base action. So because I have a barrel up here, I'm going to go ahead and sell a wine. So right now, I'm looking out here at the red. If I do nothing, it's a 5 red. I could make it a 7 red, and why won't we? So I will go ahead and spend 2 renown cubes. So there's 2. Plus this 4 and a 1 is a 5. You know what? We'll do that 5. So it's a 2 plus 3 in the cellar. It's about to be a 7 though. Yep, we'll go ahead and do that. So that's 5 here, and then the value of the 2 renown cubes makes it a 7. So a 7 red, we'll go ahead and go there. That bumps up to 14. So now I get to take my actual action. And my actual action will be, I will pay 1 bagos for jumping there. And then we're going to go ahead and get some quiche.
Real quick, to
Yes.
do this action, did you discard the wine?
I also have to, that was the other thing, I had to discard that wine. That's what I was thinking. I got lost in
good
my
job.
head. Good catch. Glad somebody's paying attention here. Sheesh. So now we're going to go ahead and withdraw. So I'm looking at how much money I'm going to want. In a perfect world, I would like, wow. That's going to be 9 bagos. So there's 9 right there, down to 5. I'm okay with that. And the turn of yellow player is done. Blue, you're up.
All right.
Good call, Sidar. Thanks.
I've got $1, so I can export or I can pass.
Oh, Banker Dave said he'll bring you a bottle of port.
Oh, excellent.
Nice.
I will drink a bottle of port with you. Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna pass and present.
Okay, so turn order first.
Let's go here.
Okay. Meaning he wants to go after Amanda, but before me. All right?
All right, and I'm just gonna use the level 2 red at the fair, so that's gonna be
Okay, so here I'll show folks.
0.
So he's going to present a 2, however. What region is it from?
region 7.
Region 7. You could make it a 3 if you wish. Because you have here, you have 1 renown cube from Setubal.
Let's see. So if it's going to the fair, the higher value would let me spend more experts on it.
Correct.
I think I will not do that for now.
Okay, so it's going to be a 2 value wine, which is here, which means no experts, which means he must use the 0 token. All right.
All right. So 0 token. go on one of these.
Correct.
So,
Only, obviously, worker placement-esque. Once they're covered, they're covered.
yeah. So green is worth the most, so let's do...
Green and yellow would be the perfect spot to go.
Yeah.
Alas.
If only.
You and your psychic abilities, you knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. And
What
see,
is,
people could be like, oh, he seeded it. No.
What is this? What does this expert do?
That one's actually really, really cool. He allows you to use the magnate benefit without spending a wine. So,
Okay, so
me cheating, trying to do what I just did without spending the wine, that's what he allows you to do.
Good night, Vital.
All right. Hey, Vital.
Thank you for
get some
coming.
sleep. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. We appreciate it. Take care. We'll see you. We'll see you March 1st.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and take that.
Okay.
So then I score 3 on this track.
Correct. On the wine fair. So
And
even
then
though
I-
you
and I
presented
take an
this
expert.
crap wine,
It doesn't matter.
right?
It's just
It's all about who
filled
you know,
with-
apparently.
Right.
And it smells nice, I guess.
has a nice nose about it. Yes.
Taste is terrible.
but
it
and the
smells
color
really
looks
good.
terrible, and the alcohol is trash. But okay, so she there.
He presented potpourri.
That's actually not far off. So now, what she allows you to do is you do not have to pay for any wood that you move into the same location for. Okay, players or
But still paying 1 if it's non-adjacent.
no.
So no paying at all.
Nope, 0. Do not pay any extra. for
Taxes,
that.
other
All right.
players, or for distance.
There you go. All right,
All
cool.
right.
So you presented your wine, you passed, you're done. Matt?
Yep.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh.
It was a 2 red.
Yeah.
To what region?
From region 7. So
which you could
just
place only in Annabelle, but why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And you could immediately take the action if you wish.
all right then, let's go for it. So selling a wine, and I will also use this expert for a +1 Bagos bump. I assume this is also +1 in the bank.
Let me double check. So it's in the sales area. It's 1 bagos. No, it's just in the bank.
In the bank, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so this is
Well,
just
hold
5, I
on.
think. Yeah.
I think it's actually 1 cash because of the fact that it's in the shape of the bagos.
Okay.
I think it's 1 cash for selling. It says each barrel sold in the sales action earns you 1 bago. It doesn't say in the bank. So I would say it's 1 cash.
All right.
So what are you selling value-wise?
5 white, and I don't have 5 white.
And would you like to make it a 6? You cannot sell a 5 white. However, you could sell it as a 4 white or it's
Or-
up here in Duro. You could
about
make
a
it a
7?
6 or a 7.
Let's make it a 7.
I do not support that action. So he's spending 2 of the renown cubes to make a 5 into a 7, which then, there you go, you got it.
Goes
All right.
there, and then I get 1 for this guy, and he goes face down.
Because you used it as the special ability, which means you
Yep.
cannot use it for the fair. Correct.
Yep.
All right, now, Matt, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Hey, Ian, in a couple of years, if we're able to, we might be able to hook you up for HeavyCon.
I don't like giving you money, but here you go.
Oh, awesome. Oh, sweet.
But he's got so much
bagos.
already.
Right? And I'll make you a deal, Ian. I'll consider that if you promise to answer an email. Okay?
I'm at 12. Take me back to 5, and I'll take 7.
You're at 12, down to 5, getting 7. Okay? Would you like to do anything else? Remember, you can invest. This is only bank money. It would cost you 3, which would drop you down to 2, but you would be gaining 2 every turn. Which, honestly, is something I should have done and didn't think about it.
Yeah,
It just
I think
means
I,
you can't withdraw realistically
think
anytime soon.
I think I shall
Okay?
do that.
So, bump up here. So you're moving that direction, which means -3 on your account, down to $2, but you're going to be gaining 2 at the end of every year. Good? All right. So now we go into the second action, starting with. Oh, sorry.
Me.
There we go. Starting with purple. Hey, Cormac. Welcome.
let's
And
see.
welcome, Adam, as well. Oh, we've already drank all the wine, Adam. You were late. We were giving it away like candy.
Okay, so
Sadly, it's only tea.
I have $2 or 2 bagos. So
You could spend those 2 bagos to come see me and Matt.
yeah, I don't think so.
Well, I'm just saying you could.
I could. Probably not.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I just realized that on my turn, I presented the wine and used the action to sell the wine, but I didn't bribe them with the wine. So should I have turned
Yes,
this
you
over?
you should have used your other magnate. Correct. Yep. You tried to cheat just like I did. Uh-huh. There's a lot of levers going on in this, but you're getting it pretty quick. Hashtag good teacher.
Crap.
So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking maybe maybe an expert.
Oh, green is good, but you can't use green, unfortunately, this year because here.
Or I could start working on another vineyard.
With 2 bagos?
Yeah. I'm
Probably not.
Well, yeah. Start thinking about it.
Maybe not.
Shut up.
You got all this money in the bank. Just come take it.
No.
It's there for the taking.
Nope.
Take it.
Nope.
Matt, you should be trying to help me sell it here.
Take it.
Thanks.
yeah,
I'm not gonna
thanks.
listen to either
All
one
right,
of you. I think
I
I.
think reverse psychology is needed. Don't come here. Don't go over
That
there.
would be my least favorite thing for you to do.
All right. So 1 or 2 experts, ma'am.
Let's do 2.
All right. You can always select one and then decide
Yeah.
then to remember. And that's excellent, Adam. Says he just got back teaching 2 new players, the Climbers and Tulip Bubble. All right.
I'll take Bruce Jenner.
It really does look like him, doesn't it?
Not anymore, but in the past, yes.
Moving on. So the other expert there that just got revealed, I am trying to find. I think
The
it's
new one.
Yeah.
yeah. I
It's
think it's a
2
vineyard.
cheaper, right?
It's 1 cheaper.
1 cheaper. It seems pretty good. If that's what it is.
Pretty sure that's what it is. So you were talking about vineyards being
Yeah.
able to take 1 more.
Mm-hmm.
There's the magnates. I apparently. Oh, it's right here. So during the vineyards action, pay 1 bagos less for each vineyard purchase this action.
Cool. All right.
Okay. Blue, you're up. You look like a man who could use money. Just saying.
Give all of my remaining money to you too. I'll spend some money instead.
Okay.
Hire a wine scientist, enologist man.
Enologist man.
Enologist man.
And he will go to work in Duro, but that does not raise the renown of Duro.
It does not.
And then I will take this wonderful white one, deliver it to Annabella,
Okay.
and do the other action.
Okay.
Can you, with the bonus actions up here, is it the same thing down here where you have to move them to do the action, or
Yes.
could I?
No, you have to move the
Okay.
barrel. Yes.
Well, that works out for me in this
So,
case.
get a vineyard. I'm sorry, a winery
That is a winery.
for 1 bagos, which is all your cash.
All my
And
cash.
remember, you can have multiple wineries if you wish
Yep.
in
So
the
I've just
same estate.
so I've added it to
Duro.
my Duro. So that's another renown for that
Yep.
region.
All right, I support this.
All right, and now I'm set to produce a quality 6, and when I spend my Porto bottle, it'll come out as a 9.
There you go. Well done. All right, so for me, I took all the money, it's worth it. So I will go ahead and spend 1 Bagos for that, there, perfect. And then I'm going to get 2 new vineyards. So, you know what? I can use up to 3 experts here for green, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and join my friend Michael and take this one, actually this one, and go to Setubal. So we will go there. So that's gonna cost me 5. That's gonna be a white. So there's the 5. That'll be a 5 down here in Setubal. So that winery actually will flip over. Then this renown cube has to go into Setubal. So this one is for the winery that I had on my board, and this one is going to be for actually getting the vineyard. And then, last but not least, we are going to take a second one, and I want to keep it down. I have 5 Bagos left. I want to keep it down cheaper than that, though, if possible. The Duro's awfully tempting, just to get another white Duro going. But I have... you know what? I am gonna... if I spend all my money... Oh, actually, wait a minute. My Setubal, I get 2 wine experts first. So we will go ahead and take the green for sure. And you know what? We'll go and take the green as well. So there's that. So here's my concern, is if I spend all 5 of my Bagos here, then I can't pay the 1 to go to the bank to get any more money or to sell or anything like that. I would have to stop at the experts. But I'm going to spend a lot of the experts. Purple moves before me. Actually, I'm not too terribly concerned about that. So actually, I'm going to go to Lisboa. So I will spend my last 5 Bagos there. And I will go ahead and grab that for Lisboa. So that's a red. So there. And it comes with a winery. There. So there's that, and then the renown cube, I will add 1 to Lisboa. That's both my actions. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Pretty good. Okay, cool. Whew. Sorry it took a while, but I had to figure out how to make that work. But I think it was money well spent to be able to get 3 vineyards or 3 estates going now. Cool.
He only hates you a little bit because you're going to get money again.
Oh.
So you don't get both.
All right,
you get that.
fine. And you get 1 as well. All right, there you go. Thank you. That one Bagos is huge for me right now, so thank you.
All right. Do I need to...
Yeah, you definitely, this is a game in which plan better really comes
I'm
into
gonna
play.
rob this.
yeah.
I'm gonna rob this guy and take $2 from him.
All right.
And he's just got $signs above his head, so I'm just gonna.
No. He's
He's
a
asking
angel
for it.
investor.
No.
All right.
It's a VC.
I was almost thinking about glory to roaming you for taking the red on Lisboa, but you know what? I will take the white on Lisboa and start a new one.
All right.
I'm actually okay with that because it comes with these.
Put
right.
out your thingy.
Yeah. So yeah.
And then that's
And a renown cube as well.
Mm-hmm. Now I've got 3 left, so I want to start up the cheap place too. While I'm at it.
And I should point out something, I was double checking this just to make sure, was the fact that because it's a different estate meaning it's not going to the same estate. That's why he puts out a second marker on his board. If you would lift your board up just to show folks. So Matt has 2 Lisboa regions here, and so that's why he put the markers in both. If it had been a red one here, he wouldn't have put the marker because it would have gone to the same estate. Cool. There we go. So I'll just put mine on top, just, there we go. So there we go. Cool. That makes sense, hopefully?
Yep. So this is my only other option. Do I go ahead and grab it and start
Mino,
it?
it's kind of like a
Small-
Beaujolais.
A small fish.
Right.
Mino.
It's similar to the French Beaujolais or a Beaujolais Nouveau in that you want to drink it soon after bottling. In fact, the Mino is actually sparkling, I believe. It has bubbles in it. I think from the fermentation process not being finished.
Yeah,
maybe.
that would be my one that I would feed to the experts.
Exactly. Just give it to them, right?
There you go.
Yeah, we
But
own
it
the OG
wouldn't-
version too, but I like
wouldn't
the art
produce
obviously
this
better. The other
time.
one's kind of.
It would cost me all my money.
See, it's not that the art in the original and the What's Your Game version is bad. I just am very much.
It's
It's
garish.
it's typical What's Your Game. It's how
garish.
Mariano.
Yeah, Mariano. I love Mariano, and I love his art. But it's just I like this. This is much more my style.
Okay,
The
sure, that
toned
makes
down
sense.
colors.
Yeah. As is mine, and there's a reason I'm a huge. We are
Yeah.
huge, Tool fans,
As the person and as an artist.
right? He's a pretty nice little dude.
He's a nice guy.
Very friendly, soft spoken, very
No,
nice guy.
I think I'm good. I think
All right.
I will hold on to my last $3.
All right.
Or
Whew.
bagos, as it were.
Yeah, as it were. So now we go into maintenance. So everybody get your interest. So how many enologists does red have?
1.
Okay, so you only go up 1. It's a net of 1. Yellow has 0 enologists, so I will go up 1. Purple.
I am at a net 0.
Okay, so you have 1 enologist. And blue has an enologist, so
down 1.
down 1. There we go. All right, so there's maintenance. Now we go into production. Note that it's +1 this year. So for me, now you guys are going to get to see a quite a bit of production here. So it's +1 for everything. So it's going to be 2 plus 1 for the weather is 3, plus 1 is a 4. Then here is a 2 plus a 1, which is a 3, which is another 4. And then here is 2 plus the 1 for weather, which is 3, which is another, and 1 is another 4. So, but this is a white 4, a red 4, and a red 4. And I should have noted that everybody should have pushed all their wines, aged them 1,
Yeah.
but I didn't have any, so there's that.
I made a 6.
All right.
I'm making a red 3 and a white 10.
What?
Using your port, huh?
Using my port, 2
That's-
wineries, an enologist,
What?
and good weather.
Right? Basically,
Much
the
better than
whole
last
thing.
round.
Yes, totally, yeah.
Much
Made a
happier
white
this year.
4 and a white and a red 6.
All right.
All right, so before we go into the wine fair, actually, Matt has to present his wine. So before we go into that, though, I want to ask, for those that have not played this, are you able to follow along? Obviously, it has a lot of stuff going on, I get that, but I want to make sure that it at least makes sense to where, okay, why we're doing and how we're doing it is making sense. So you guys let us know, and for those that have played, that we're doing everything correctly. Matt, go ahead and present a wine. So we are coming up to a wine fair. Anybody that has not presented a wine, so you'll note yellow, purple, and blue have. We know that red has not because he doesn't have his marker out here. He must present a wine.
All right. So a red,
Matthew's on it.
Okay,
a
go
red
ahead.
8 from region 6, which I think covers all 3 aspects there.
A red, okay, but keep in mind that you're only allowed to put out a total of 2 barrels, and they must be distributed between 2 different magnates. So even though you qualify for all 3, it can only be
I just have
in 2.
options.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, in that case, 6. Never mind. I'm
Okay,
gonna do
so-
this. I'm gonna do the 6 down here,
Which
which
is-
is 7 because it was in the cellar, plus this,
Which is 8.
which is 8.
Okay, so it's going to be a 8.
It's still gonna be 8.
And from what region again?
6.
From 6, which, okay, it gives you all
Covers-
3. So it's going to be an 8. So let me show folks. So an 8 means he's going to be able to use a maximum of 3 experts here. Okay? All right, so you take your 3 marker, place it in one of those.
It'll be that one.
Okay, so you immediately get a bump of +2 on the wine fair. So join the rest of us. Okay, so now you're going to score the green and the red, which is 3. I'm sorry, 2 plus 1 is 3. So you're going to get +3. And now you can place your barrels, a maximum of 2 up at the magnates between the 3 of them.
Go there.
Thanks, Trevor.
And
Appreciate
there.
that. Okay. All right, so you edit. Now you can take, yes, you can take an additional action if you wish. I believe that, actually, I need to double check. Because it's not on an action.
Right. So is this action here just the bank action, or do you increase and then do the bank action?
No, it's
What is-
only increase. It is not invest
Okay, so-
or deposit or withdraw.
Okay, so that's just the
It's
invest
only
action.
this. It is
Okay.
not the rest of it. Okay.
Okay.
So you do not change player order and you cannot move a barrel. That's right. Okay, I didn't think so. So, okay. So now we go into the wine tasting fair. We have all presented a wine. So now we're going to pick up all of our wine experts respectively, and we're going to put them out here. And you're allowed a maximum of this many, however many are on there. They must be the same color in which you present. Anybody that you do, use in that way, for me, for instance, a green and a yellow, you will get additional bumps for that. And if they have any bumps on them, so for instance, if they have any bumps like this guy does here, the yellow would go to a +1 and then you would score. And we would do that collectively to where all the bumps get moved and then we get to score for whatever experts that you presented. Does that make sense?
So the experts presented will move the bottles out on this track.
If they have the bump. So for
Okay.
instance, if I were to spend him, yellow would move up 1 and then I would then score yellow because
so then
I
you would
played
get
an
2 more
expert.
for that.
There you go.
All right.
But I would wait. He would be discarded and go back in. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. So everybody take all your experts into your hands.
So just the face-up ones?
No. All the face up. The face downs cannot be
Right.
used.
I can't play any, so I'm not gonna
Okay.
bother with that. Wow. None of us have been divesting at any time like we can if we need the cash now.
Oh, that's right. You can do that as an emergency, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Ready? All right. So. Okay. So I could have played up to 3. So Amanda.
1 blue.
So no bumps for anybody except for yellow. Yellow gets 1 bump. So yellow, the alcohol percentage. So then red is going to score for red, which is 1 more bump, 1 more point for red. And Amanda, you played a blue. It's going to be 1 more bump for blue. Or purple, sorry. Haven't. And then for me, I played both of these, so I will get a total of 4 fair points. There we go. So now everybody that was played goes to the bottom of the stacks. And Matt, if you will get that down. So the others stay in front of you. And in the case of a tie, they're split rounded down. So it's the first fair. So it's 9, 6, and 3 points, and then an expert tile for thank you for playing. So in this case, no one's going to get the expert tile. So it's going to be 9 and 6 for red and yellow in points. So it's going to be a total of 15, which makes 7 each for red and yellow.
Oh, yeah, points. That's
Yep.
a thing.
Right. And then purple and blue are actually tied, so they each get 1 point.
Woo!
Now, these do not reset. Those do not reset. We pull our markers back. And let me just make sure I'm not forgetting anything else. So, discard any wine experts. We've done that. If somebody was in 4th place by themselves, they would get the expert tile, but the tie cannot. So, retrieve your fair tiles, which we've done. Adjust the order of play. The player that is currently in last place on the fair track becomes the first player. So in this case, it stays exactly as it is because these two stay in relative and these two stay in relative.
We are 100% tied, all of us.
That is really funny. Yeah, that is unlikely.
Yeah.
But okay. So now we go to the beginning of a new year. However, anybody that has any face down expert tiles, you can flip them all face up.
Woohoo.
That is right there. So now we go into the beginning of year 4. I want to remind everybody that there's only 2 years now before the next fair, though. Okay? Cool. And purple, you're up.
We need new weather.
Oh, good call. Yep, here we go. So that gets discarded. Come on. No. Okay,
No
good.
whammies.
-1.
All right, so what happens, though? Yellow goes up 2, so the alcohol content is strong. And red goes up 1. So a little bit of taste.
And then white, value 6. And then 1, 3, 7, and 9.
1, 3, which is you and I, Michael, and then you and I, 7, and then 9, which is Amanda. All right.
This pleases me. My white 10.
I am pleased.
All right, cool.
Okay. Let's see.
We've had global clouding, and that's why all the wine that keeps getting produced is.
Not the greatest.
Someone should get an expert tile.
What was this?
Trevor's saying he thinks someone should get an expert tile. That sounds
the
like
extra-
this, but we were tied for
No, because you're
third.
tied for 3rd, you
Yeah.
got points instead. So I do not think that you get an expert. It's only if you're in 4th place, and nobody is in 4th place.
Fine. Cramp.
Unless he was talking about something else we just missed entirely.
I don't think so. I think he's talking
Yeah.
about the expert tile, but because of the tie and the splitting of the points, I don't think that happens.
Yeah.
When you're miserable, you whine without the H. Ba-dum-bumps.
Aha.
Try the veal. Cave Hines will be here all week. I can't believe right as we got started, we screwed up the beginning of the game. But we caught it. That's the important thing, right?
It's okay. Okay. I am.
So how much money do you have, Amanda?
Oh, I have none.
Oh,
So.
Might
Plenty
have-
of divestment potential.
right.
Yeah.
And by the way, the player aid, real quick, while you're tanking here, the player aid actually is pretty good. So there's one for the 2010 there, for the actions, and then one for the 2016, which we don't need.
So I
So-
can't even go. I can't even go to the bank right now because it would cost.
can't afford to go
I
there.
can't afford to go to the bank.
Correct.
So therefore, I think I am gonna.
However,
One.
nope, that doesn't help you. Never mind.
Tied for last position in a 4th
Each,
place.
oh, really? Each of those? Well, let's see.
I mean, if you insist, I'll have one.
Twist my arm.
I can't find it, but I believe you. So, okay.
All right.
Which one do you want?
So it would be in. Well, I would think it would be in turn order.
Well, Amanda wants one of those bottom ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are the same, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you take, so Amanda, you should be able to go first because you're existing last place.
Well, it
or
literally
first.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Yeah, I
But
think that's the smartest way.
Okay. All right. So yes, and that's right. You can divest, as Michael mentioned a minute ago.
Thanks, Trevor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that JJ, that's exactly how I feel. Like I'm never going to play the 2016 unless we do it for a stream, so I have no need for it. But the idea of actually cutting it, just, oh.
All right, I'm gonna use my newly obtained expert and not pay anything to go there.
Okay. The players or players in a tie. I missed that. Yep, that's it. So you guys got points and wine expert.
Nice.
That's gross.
All right, so I was at.
They got point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
singular.
Yeah, we didn't get points. We got point. All right, I'm gonna get 5 money.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
All that hubbub.
Are you going to do
Question
anything
me?
else? Well, no. Are you going to? Remember, you can bump this down to get 2 more, so that it gives you more, or you could go the other way and use some of the what's left to be able to increase. I'm not trying to sell you. I'm just reminding you of your options.
Yeah, I think I'll spend 3 to go up here.
Okay. Actually, here, we'll do this so people can see it easily. There we go. All right, so that's purple. Blue, you're up.
All right. Let's see. That vineyard spot is really popular right now. Guess I'll wait a bit.
Yeah, I
before go
notice you
there.
keep following me around, which I support wholeheartedly. Okay, as long
Just
as
one
you're
step
following
behind.
me, right?
Or I could use my new expert to.
And don't forget,
Do that
every
without
turn you can use a barrel action by discarding a wine. Okay.
Yeah.
Take
I'll
care,
just
Eric.
Do that first.
Thanks for joining us, and thanks for the tips, man. That was a lot of fun. Appreciate it.
Oh wow! Thank you,
Oh,
Seb.
Hey, Seb. Welcome from China. All right.
Awesome.
That's awesome, man. Thanks a lot. That's nice
What
of
is
you
a
to
Colorado accent?
say. A non-accent, right?
Well, no, there's
Hey, man. What do you mean?
like
Going.
some people from Colorado will say mountain or button instead of mountain and button. They get rid of the T's.
Sure. Okay.
But other than that, I
I've
have
also
no
heard
idea.
like to the store instead of to the store.
Tuh.
I'm heading to the store.
Yeah, I say
See,
tuh. I'm
and
from Texas, so I
that's
say
just because
tuh.
I'm lazy.
You can't quite make that other syllable.
All right. I think I will just go plop right in the middle.
Yes,
and
Siddharth.
Put my big fat number 10 to good use. It's
Okay.
gonna blow everyone's mind at the fair.
Wow.
What? Okay, so it's important to note now. You're putting a 10 out there from
Yes.
where? Setubal?
From 3 Duro.
Duro. There is renown cubes. I don't recommend you use them, says the other guy who's there. Here's the reason you would want to. Because right now you're at a 10. If you make it a 12, it's -9. So if you make it a 12, you actually get 3 additional fair points right off the bat just for having such a mind-blowing wine.
Yeah.
But I don't recommend that because I'm there.
Because you want them.
Yes.
Or you want me to think about spending them here instead. Where would
That is an
Just
option.
later.
Absolutely, right?
No, I think I will go ahead and use up all that renown.
That's gross, by the way, just so you know.
Okay, so that's 12.
And this is where turn order comes into play, right?
Okay, so that's going to be a total of 12, so I get to place this marker.
Which
somewhere
also
around
you
here.
get 3 fair points immediately for the 12 wine.
And, well,
Okay.
that's just not going to work. All right, and I have 2 of these that I can place out here, so I need to, well, I'll just
And
put
it's
them on
white,
here.
you said?
So yeah, white 10. So white 10 from region 3.
So
all of
check,
them.
check, check.
Okay, cool.
So just got to figure out my which of these bonuses I want the most. Well, let's see. Probably something with yellow. Well, yellow and green,
Yellow and green and money.
and 3 money. Well, that's just win-win-win.
Right. All right, so you
All right.
immediately score 5 for the
5.
yellow and the
So
green,
that's 6. That brings me up to 11.
and you get your 3 bagos.
My $3.
Nice.
That's a terrible action, by the way. Just so you know.
And,
Do you want to take a magnate action?
but
as well?
wait, there's more.
Right.
Um,
And this is where those 12 actions become a lot more than that, right?
Yeah. So, at this time, could I do 2 of these actions up here by using like the tile and a
No,
one, or
it's
2 ones?
one
Just always
magnate action per action that you take.
Cool. All right.
Okay.
So I will use this expert to do just 1 action. I'm gonna do the vineyard action to open up a 3rd estate.
Okay, so it's minus 2.
Minus 2, so I can get a vineyard up to 5. Up to 5.
The advantage of going it your own way, right? Like you would get a cellar with Dow, plus you're the only one with the renown cube
Yeah.
access. However, if you go somewhere where there already is stuff, it's already preceded,
Might be
right?
able to
Right.
Cash in on
Yep.
other people's hard work.
Quid bagels.
Now, this is as far as I've gotten in my thinking, so I need to. figure
Okay,
out which
sure.
vineyard
No,
I
you're
want.
good. You're good. Just think out loud. The folks
The idea
appreciate
of the
it.
cellar is nice, but there's not a whole lot of time left
There
to
are
age.
3
anyway.
years to age it.
So maybe not that one. So
Great
I'm thinking
bucks.
Lisboa or Trezos. Number 1, Trezos Montes.
Yeah, you have to pronounce it. Even if you butcher it, you must attempt to pronounce it at least. That way we're not the only ones that get laughed at.
Fair enough. I want to be really
Oh
popular at the
no. Got a hole in your chin.
Yep. All right, continue.
fairs. All right, yeah, let's give this one a try. I'll go to Trezos Montes.
That's actually sounds good, if nothing else. All right.
So the discount is 2. The base cost is 4, so I'll pay 2, and 1 goes out there. This goes there.
Okay.
And if I was really greedy, could I? No, it's just times 1.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
So
that was
that'll
a
do
hell
it
of
for
an
me.
action, though. Good job.
Oh, thanks.
So he
Awesome.
passed, right? So you need to.
Oh, right. No,
Oh.
actually, you should have done that first. Good call.
Yeah. Well, now. Oh, I still have my free placement, so I'll go ahead and just go first, since I don't need to worry about where everyone ends up
Right.
next round.
All right. So I have green and red. Red's not as good as green here. Yeah. You know what? Sellers are good. Oh, I don't have the money.
Divestment is fun.
So, divesting meaning to drop this at any time. You can do that,
It's my money, and I want it now.
right? That would give me the 2 that I need for that. I think I'm okay waiting for 7. Ooh, that is a 6, isn't it? And that's in 7. Oh, I really hate the idea of doing that, but I think I'm gonna do the same thing actually. The reason is because it's white 6 in region 7. Well, white, region 7, and 2 renown cubes makes it a 6. The question is, do I want to use both renown cubes? I'm definitely going to use 1. The question is, where do I want the barrels? I think I want the bottom and the middle. So therefore, I do need the 6, so I will use 2 renown cubes from Setubal. So then I will spend this 4 wine to then make it a 6 wine. Oops, sorry guys. And the 6 wine then becomes a 2 multiplier here. So I can place 2, so I'm looking at yellow and green being the big ones. I definitely want to go to one of those to get another expert, I think. So I see no reason not to go there. So I will immediately score 3, 4 on the fair track. Then I will get an expert. We will go ahead and take the yellow there. I get to place 2 barrels. I qualify for all 3, but as I said, we're going to go to B and C for magnates, please. Is it worth it? Oh, and I did pass, so I will go second. And do I want to take any of the magnate actions? I am pretty sure I do.
Don't forget about giving them some wine.
Right. So I'm
we
going
can
to go
forget
ahead and throw away this Chintzy 4 wine here to give to a magnate to be able to take a barrel action, which, looking at that, I could export a 5, which that would be in region 3, which has no renown cube, so we're not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to go ahead and take this, take this barrel and lock it in there. Once it's there, it's permanently there. And what that is for every region or every estate that is completely full, meaning all 3 spots. So if I fill all 3 of these, I'm going to get 4 points per one. So that's going to potentially be worth 12 to 16 points for me. And the turn of the yellow player is complete. Done.
All right. I will pay 1 to the bank just to get over here.
All right.
Well, you're going to turn in this 8. It's a 3 plus 5, so it's an 8.
Good use of the cellar, sir.
And I'm going to kick this out, make it a 9. So we will put it.
Any of those. Late game? No.
Yeah.
And somewhere in between.
We'll go in between. Well, a little more.
All
to
right.
the,
So
to the
5
end.
points immediately for red. Potentially, majority scoring will be 10 if you get it by yourself. All right. Cool. All right. So that's red. So that's the end of the year or the end of the
I'm
actions.
going to take one of these
I
actions
apologize.
as well.
Go for it. Yep.
All right, yeah.
So now that you guys have seen a fair,
Let's
and
go ahead
everything,
before the end of the year and do that, and bump me up. There.
you do have to pay.
I still have to pay for
You
it.
still have to pay
Oh.
for it, sir.
Then do we want to do that? And do I want to spend the wine to do all of that at once? That would give me one more buck. Yeah.
That sounds exciting, Seb.
It's the only thing I have worth anything right now, but hold on to that. Okay, no, I'll do this. I'll go there, and I will. Is that? I'm guessing that's also pay.
Yep.
But it's. I'll pay 1.
Oh no, that actually
That's
is
a free?
free. It
That's
is.
a free. I'll take the green.
Now I'm paranoid that
down there.
I'm telling you wrong on that.
It would make sense that it would be free as the icon.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
I
there
know.
it says
I know
pay.
that one is. I just want to make sure that the other one, the bank, is not. So all right. So that's it. That's the end of the year. Go ahead and change turn order. I'm sorry. End of the action. Into the second. Blue, you're up.
All right.
No, I apologize. Move your investment marker 1 space to the right for free.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. Sorry about that. There we go.
Nice.
Boom. Done. All right. Good.
All right. I've got another question over here. So this
Yep.
one, it's got the expert times 8. So is that 8
Which
points?
one? Help me out.
This one right
Okay,
here.
that is immediately gain 8 victory points for having face-up wine experts in all 4 features. You must have
All
all
four.
4 face-up to place a barrel there.
Okay. Got $1. I've got my move for free.
Okay,
expert.
so there are 3. The end row ones, actually, you'll notice are all green. So those are immediate. The other 6 are in-game. That's actually really good graphic design. Sorry, Ian. Good call. Okay.
All right. So I am ready for the show. I've already submitted my wine.
First,
Maybe I'll
what would be
go make some more wine.
the first Lacerda that you would recommend? Honestly, it'd probably be this.
This.
And if you don't think that the 2010 version is you're ready for, quote unquote, or anything like that, you have the 2016 edition on the other side.
Yeah, I would say this for the 2016, just to kind of get your feet wet.
Yeah. What do you think?
I might say Kanban. But
Yeah. I could, the
That-
board's intimidating.
Yeah, that
Just
would be-
once you get over the shock of that, I could see that as well.
That would
Well,
be the second one for me.
Once you watch a video or two, you're fine, right?
Valid.
I think, yeah, there are teaching videos.
Yeah.
For, let's see, what?
Kanban, Lisboa.
Kanban, and now Vinhos.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
We're
I'm gonna-
stalling as long as we can.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
move for free
Okay.
to go here.
Oh, it's dirty. Taking money out of your
That's
pocket.
okay. We both did. So.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
I think I will invest.
Which kid would you drown first? Tough choice. Just like which Lacerda game. Tough choice.
And then I'll take.
Not the way I would word it, but
I'll also take 4 more bucks out. 4 bagos. So I'll come down here on the 3 spot with everyone.
all right. Party.
All right.
And won't do one of these actions right now.
You're not going to? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Not yet.
So I have $1. And I have a 5 wine. Ooh. There we go. Thanks, guys. So I will go there for free. I have a 5. Duro currently has no renown cubes, so we'll go ahead and get rid of that and sell it for a 5 red, which, oh, looky there. So that increases this up to 11. Now I have a decision to make. Now that I have in one area, I have 2 barrels. I can pull those off. However, I'm looking around the board. Matt, what's your current wine over there?
It's
It's
a
a 4. Which means if you were to bump it up, or next year, that would become a 7. So I'm just trying to keep people from getting any more money. I do have 2 barrels left. Or is that just kind of short-sighted? I'm not sure.
Well, we know where the winos stay.
You know what? I will go ahead and pull these off. And that adds 2 renown cubes to a region of my choice, which could be 3, 6, or 7. So basically anywhere I am with him.
Or me.
So Michael has already presented a wine. So I'm leaning towards, and you've already used all your port.
Yep.
I will go and put 2 down. And you know what? I'm going to go 1 there and 1 in Setubal. Done. For this. And I don't have any wine, so I'm not taking any magnate action. All right. At the beginning, oh really? Oh, it's the beginning of your turn. Good call. Never mind. I will wait. I don't think it's a big deal right now, but there we go. Cool. Done.
Okay. I think I am 6, 7, 8.
Yep. Before performing an action or before the fair phase. Ooh, it's a hard one to say. Which VTOL is best for 3 players? Honestly, Donnie, I can't speak to CO2 or the Gallerist because I don't have enough experience with either of them, but I think all of them are good with 3. I think this plays exceptionally well with 2, and it plays in about an hour, maybe a little bit less than an hour.
All right, we'll spend $1 to
I
go.
would say don't do a learning game of the Gallerist with 4.
Yes, I agree with that. All right, you can buy multiple, but only 1 per region.
All right, I only have $4, but I have my guy here that reduces it by 1, so I can buy $4 or a $5.
If you want to use them, correct.
What do the farmers do?
The farmers give you a +1 in value.
Okay.
Sorry, +1 in quality.
Okay.
Is it Retubejo? Bejo? Ribatejo. Ribatejo. Go with it. Yep. 1 point for each farmer in the estate. And you can have 1 per vineyard.
Okay. I am going to instead go with Dow.
Okay, I need a marker, please. All right, so 1 endow, which means we're going to put a renown tile there. You get a cellar, ma'am, and that is a white.
When in doubt.
Horrible.
Go to
I
Dow.
know.
Horrible. That was not your best work. Funny-ish, but not your best work.
All right, that's all I'm doing.
All right, Red, you're up. So what are you thinking?
Thinking I'd like to go there, but that stupid thing is making me pay $1, and I don't like that.
Because then, well, you can divest.
I can.
remember?
I've still got Daddy more bucks over here.
Right, that Daddy more bucks.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I'd rather not have to use them for that. I'm not really in a position to present anything right now. Rather see what comes up next. And rather that age to a 6 instead of being a 4. So, yeah, Daddy more bucks it is. All right.
So you get 2. So you're spending your expert.
Spending my expert.
A yellow one
I'm
at
getting
that.
2. Yeah. He's going to go there.
So you owe 1, and then I assume you're going to get 2.
And then 2
Yep.
of those guys. Let's go with the green to begin with. Yeah, maybe the yellow.
Okay.
Let's go with 2 yellow.
So in other words, Matt's going here. Okay. If he can.
Yeah. If I can.
All right. So now we go into maintenance. So you direct deposit, everybody. So I still have no enologist, so I go up 1. Blue.
I stay 0.
Okay, so net 0.
Net 0. Yeah.
Purple.
I go up 1.
Okay, so 1 enologist. And red.
I have 1 enologist, so I go
So
up
plus
2.
2. There's your maintenance. And production. Reminder, we are -1 for everybody. Which, for me, pretty easy. So it's 1, 2, right?
4,
So that's going to be a 1.
Yeah. So I need 3 2s, please. I'm very glad that I got rid of the wine that I did when I did. So everybody age your stuff, obviously, first. So it's 1 + 1 for each of these right now because it's all -1. Okay. So what did everybody produce?
2 and 4.
Okay.
which actually was a 5 because cellar. But
Yeah.
White 5, white 1, and red 1.
White 4, white 1.
Okay. All right. So that is production. No turn order changing. Go into the first. Blue, you're up.
oh, we need to do that
Weather.
Yep.
Up again.
change in the weather. No production at all.
Oh, the bugs came
Oh,
out.
no.
Oh my. Well,
These guys are happy to have any wine at all, apparently.
right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So real quick, literally any wine you present can get you into the magnate bonuses. Okay.
They're getting the jitters because they know there's going to be no wine for a while. So, gotta have some wine.
So this is the expansion tile,
Oh,
which
man.
this is brutal right here. But everybody has wine, so you know, good thing you produce some. And I'm really glad with my piece of crap 2 grappa over here that I presented. So I'm happy with that. And Michael presented as well. So it's
Yep.
not the end of the world unless you need money.
Which I have a little bit of. So when you hire enologists, you can only hire them if you have the winery, right?
Correct.
You can't have them just
Right.
sitting around waiting. All right, so...
Wow, that's an exhausting day, Adam. A couple of friends and Adam are going to do a Lacerda day. Start at 9 a.m. with Lisboa, then Galeras, then Kanban, then finish off Vinhos.
Woo! I want to play the 2016 version with no bank.
Wow.
So I was thinking getting a cellar to let this 5 white age a little bit. But now, since I won't have another wine following it, I'm not so sure about that.
And yes, this is a new tile. As Ian said, it's an expansion tile. That's brutal.
Just so mean. All right.
The Clinic is the game that broke Amanda. I'm familiar with that concept.
I'm going to just hire one enologist.
So you paid 1 to go there for the
Paid one
wood,
to the
and
bank.
then another 1,000. Okay.
Yeah. So I need to pay that. And then I will do one of these. I can't do that one. My wine isn't valuable enough to export. So I'll sell a wine. I need to spend a red 1 to take this extra action.
Or any one,
Or-
but yeah.
So I will sell this red 3 down
All right.
here,
So 1, 2, and 3.
and I'll use my expert for an extra buck,
Okay. Cool. Done.
and that'll be it.
All right. So there are a couple things I want to do. However, first things first, let's go make a trip to the ATM. So,
Did I take my $3
yep,
there?
I bumped you
got
up.
me? Okay,
Yep.
thanks.
Okay, no worries.
Looked away for a second.
So I will go ahead and drop down. If I go 7 and 3, it goes up there and then there, or it would go 1, 2. Yep, we will go ahead and bump that up. So it's going to drop down 3 more. So I get 7 cash. And then I went ahead and invested. In the turn of the... maybe? Hold on.
You got a lot of crap wine to throw away over there.
Right. So you can only buy 2 vineyards, or I'm sorry, 2 wineries at a time. So what I'm thinking about is I will go ahead and throw away. I'll go throw away this 2 to be able to take a magnate action. So I will the top barrel over to the winery. So I will spend 1 bago And I will take a winery, please. So we're going to go ahead and place that there. So that's going to be in Region 3, so I need to put a renowned, but that's also for my in-game scoring thing. So, there. Now the turn of the yellow player is complete.
Okay.
Yep, Ian, that's right. Since everyone, I'm not even going to play the pronunciation game since everybody and their mother seems to be doing it all night. But yeah, it's not good, is what it is. That tile. Or if you have a lot of wine, it's actually not bad because it hurts your opponents in theory. Yep. This is the epitome of playing better.
Well, I really don't have. I have no money, so yeah. Just really don't want to do that. So I think I am going to present a wine.
All right. So which one?
Okay.
So Amanda's going to pass. What position would you like?
Second, please.
So in other words, she wants enologist. Okay. Oh, hey.
Oh, hey.
All right, we got a new patron. I don't have my phone in
Here,
here,
I do.
but that's what the blinking means.
Scott Green.
All right, welcome, Scott. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right.
That's exciting. Okay, so
It's always fun when that happens.
that's great.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I am going to present this 8
I never
wine
get to see it.
Whoa. All right, so
over
an
here
8
because
white.
it's going
I
to
do get
fall
to
off.
see the expression on your faces.
It lights up like the light. All right, so it's a white 8.
And it's actually a 9 because I have that
Oh,
tile.
because it's algarve.
Yes.
So you could make it a 10, which
I
is worth.
am going to do that.
Okay, so it's now a 10 white.
Okay. So that goes away.
So from a 3, when she
Yeah.
when she aged it, it began as a 3, finished as a 10 in value.
It's pretty good.
So Amanda gets a +1 on that. Yep.
Okay. So
That means it's going to be a 4. That's maxed out.
Right.
So which spot would you like to go to?
well, obviously something with yellow.
Appreciate it, Cabralicus. Thanks.
So I'll do this +2 down here.
All right, so 2 more for purple, and Matt is shaking his fist at you. There you go. All right, so now you immediately score yellow and blue. That's going to be 4 more fair points. That's fair.
Meh.
All right.
Cool.
And are you going to place any barrels, ma'am?
Well-
And take any magnate actions?
They want anything at this point, right?
Yeah, pretty
Yes.
much.
Yeah, you're
That's
good.
pretty
Hey,
funny,
That
what
is.
Mike said.
Mike says, I played a 14-hour game of Mega Civ, but a 3-hour game of Catan is longer. I've never played Catan. Have you?
Yeah,
Have you?
Oh yeah.
And Amanda, I know, hasn't.
we gave
So-
our copy of that and one of its expansions to a couple friends for their wedding present.
That's cool.
They
Like
were really
paying,
excited about
paying it forward,
Yeah.
right? That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I don't think mine left Virginia. It stayed with the old game group, as did a bunch of games.
Okay.
So I will put out 2, the green and red is where I'm not at.
This one and this
So
one.
A and
Yeah.
B, or A and
A and
C,
C.
sorry. And would you like to immediately take an action by spending a wine?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I made this crappy wine over here for.
In theory.
Idea was.
So are you starting, or are you grokking it okay, Michael?
Yeah, I've got a few things I'm shooting for. It's just that sort of scarcity of there's
Actions.
always more that you want to do than you can do, and
Right.
I love that.
Yeah, I'm going to spend this crappy 1 and lock up the 4 point for enologist.
Okay, 4 points per enologist, is that? Okay. All right, and so that's purple.
Yep.
Red.
I did Cabrellicus. Crappy vinegar. Gave him really, really, really good stuff and then vinegar.
They're happy to have it too. Right?
Yeah, they don't care.
Right. They're like, just give us some vino.
I need
all right.
something.
I don't know what that says about the magnates. They're all luscious
Yeah.
to where they're like, we'll drink anything. I don't care. It's end of the night. Just keep pouring. All right.
Well, since they're talking about long games, last week I played my first 2 games of Through the Ages on Wednesday night with a friend Duke, and we played with my wife the second game, and we started that one at about 9 o'clock, and that was a bit of a mistake.
Ooh.
That was about 5 hours.
Yeah.
A 3-player?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
We played a 2-player earlier in the day. And
Do
then-
not. Yeah, just 2 or 3.
Yeah.
It's a 2 or 3.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't do 4.
I heeded your advice from the
Good.
stream. Yeah.
You can only imagine what that 4th player.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's unpleasant. There's no need for that.
All right. The way I'm looking at it, I'm likely missing out on points over here.
At the fair.
Yeah.
So.
I wouldn't worry about it.
We'll go there.
It'll be fine.
All right. So
So
you're
I'll-
exporting what?
I'll export this 6,
Okay.
and we'll take it.
There you go. All right. 3 points immediately for red. And what region did that come from, sir?
Lisboa.
Okay. So no renowned cubes. Okay. Would you like to take any magnate actions?
Possibly.
Oh, that's right. It doesn't cost you a wine because of your magnate. And especially if you're punting on this, he does flip back over. That's actually an excellent use of that. Good call.
Bring
Anybody
snacks,
else?
said Earth, and maybe some
Ooh.
bourbon.
Only going to be able to use 1.
Oh,
So that's not. That's a 5.
Okay.
If I were to.
The Lom Doctor. Screw you, Edward. I'll play with 4 on the app if I want to. 7 days
Yeah,
later.
I'm going to do this.
Okay, so hold on. Show folks what that was.
That
so,
is not have to pay the 1.
There you go.
I'm going to go.
No, sir. You already moved it.
I already.
Did you?
No, I didn't.
You're
I'm
red.
just not there.
you're not red. You're red.
I'm
Yeah.
there. So I'll go there.
Okay.
For
Or
a
can
new
I-
vineyard.
Yep.
For a buck. Or 1 bago.
Yep.
Okay. Take a vineyard.
Oh wait, winery.
Yeah.
Well, I knew what I meant. I just said the wrong word, right? A winery, right?
Well, no,
So
if
that's
it's
gonna
a
go-
4-player Through the Ages, I don't think wine's going to help you. You need bourbon.
That's going to
Need
go.
something stronger.
That's going to go there.
Wine glasses of bourbon.
Yes. Like
Importantly,
those wine glasses
that's
that'll fit a
gonna
whole
go
bottle of wine.
there.
Okay.
And second most importantly, that's going to go there.
Okay. And I go from 2nd to 4th, and screw you all. All right. So we go in there. So,
All right.
all right, red. Go for it again. All right.
Okay.
So change turn order. Wait a minute. How did you change turn order?
Oh, I don't know why.
You're
I did
last.
that. Yeah.
Hold on.
Never
Yeah.
mind, because
I was second.
I was thinking about doing that.
I was
and then
second.
thought that I was
Sorry?
going to, and then didn't.
I was second.
How
I
did-
passed first. I
She did.
asked what I wanted to be.
Oh,
I
okay.
was
Gotcha.
second.
Gotcha. We forgot.
Never
that.
mind.
Okay.
I
Okay.
was thinking a turn ahead.
Okay. All right. Hashtag poker face. All right, Blue, you're up. All right.
All right. So, what wine do I have to work with? It's not great. Do I want a bonus? Do I want to go banking?
Yeah, well, I guess if you age vinegar for a long, long time.
It'll become like that balsamic vinegar.
Right, yeah, it depends what you're making, right?
Does this peak at the next season?
Jared, I love you, but you're wrong.
We didn't do that either, by the way.
What?
We need to get a new. What?
No, it's the same
Wait.
year.
Yeah, we're still on.
It's all the
okay.
same year. Yeah. We haven't,
Here.
haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah. 5. Yep. She just really wanted to sneak in an extra production.
Right.
Well, I know a bonus I want to do, so I need to pick a real thing. Yeah, let's.
I'm not a puppet. I'm a real boy. My
cost
best
me
Pinocchio.
That's pretty good, actually.
That's all I got.
Not too
$2.
bad,
Is
sir.
$2 worth that? That seems Okay. All right, so we'll spend. Wait, where am I getting 2 from? That's just 1.
So it's one to
One to
move non-adjacent,
Non-adjacent.
and then 1 or 2 for
And then
magnate
Oh,
actions.
that's where I'm getting 2. So experts, right?
Yeah, sorry.
Experts,
not
magnates.
magnate, right.
Okay,
Dudes,
so I'll take
right.
this.
Or dudettes.
this
So that's
yellow
1,000. Or 1.
One, and I could do another. No, I think I'll just go in on another yellow.
Glory to Rome, Michael.
So I got a question, but I'll ask that in a second, I think.
No. The answer is
no.
no.
The answer's no. I don't think that applies to my question, but that's okay. I'm gonna spend, spend a wine here to move one of my guys to one of these endgame scoring things. So that'd be 4. Let's do. So this would be 2 points per vineyard tile,
Per winery.
or
Oh, I'm sorry, vineyard, yes.
okay, that's
let
the
me-
vineyard.
Yep, let me double check.
So counting every vineyard I have, even if it's
For each,
all one
that's
state.
winery, hold on. Each vineyard in your estates.
Okay,
Yep.
so in all these states. All right. So I think I'll go
Ask
there.
Jim Gabrilicus. He would know.
That's going to be 6 points if I do nothing else, and I've got a chance to bump it up some more. So I spent the 1 wine on that.
What was your question now?
So on the Glory to Rome, there's what are the 2 marks on the right side?
So, no,
versus
they're not on the right side.
Oh.
There are 2 very long, very large Glory to Romes for Comcast for dropping the feeds. And then
yes.
these are the Peanut Gallery Glory to Roaming us for forcing them to buy something.
Oh,
Yeah, they told us Glory to Rome, so that hence the black.
Ah.
There you go. All right, so you're done now, right?
yep.
You
Hold on.
suck so hard.
Amanda's up. So let's pretend like I'm going to use this. What is this icon at the top
The
of
one
the sky?
you can discard it to take any other
Any other expert?
top level expert.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Going to the bottom and then. Okay.
Hey, John. Hello from Denver all the way to Minnesota. How you doing? So what are you thinking? How'd that go?
Did I make both of you upset?
You did. No.
We're in year 5 of 6, John.
I don't. Okay. I want more enologists because I got the 4 times guy.
Okay. You need money.
I know that.
You can divest.
I know. So. But can I have enologists if I don't have a winery? Yeah, I didn't think
They
so.
need a home.
They have to live
Same
somewhere.
question that Michael asked earlier, and the same
Well,
one I presented during
I'm
the
sure that.
And sadly for them, their home isn't even a home. It's their job.
Yeah. Poor God.
So I guess that doesn't have to be sad, right?
Right, yeah.
I really don't think I can. Okay, so then let's do this. Let's 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, trust me, I know how good it is to not be traveling for a little bit.
Let's go here.
Okay.
4, 5, 6. Let's sell a 6 white.
Okay. Which, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Are you taking any magnate actions? All right, take care, Tony. Thanks for joining us.
Be a pretty valuable wine to bribe them with.
Ooh,
Yeah.
That'd be a 7 white? Wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know or no?
No.
Okay, gotcha. All right, now yellow. So I have two options. I can either go ahead and get a couple of wineries and pay the 1,000 to be able to do so, so that it completes my third estate. However, if I go ahead and get enologist for two of them, I'm only paying 2 upkeeps on them. That's a problem. Well, I guess that makes that decision pretty easy. So I will pay 1 Bagos to go there, and then a total of 6 for 2, so a total of 7 there for 2 more wineries, please. Thank you. So the 2 wineries now will go there and there, which completes those 3 estates, which is going to matter for that guy up there. So now I do have this 2 wine to be able to use it for something, which I then could sell a 3 red. I cannot sell a 3. Oh, but there is. There we go. So I will go ahead and that'll work. Nope, I'm not going to mulligan it. Because of what I could do, I'd be able to actually make this work, but that's okay. I will go ahead and go ahead and move my top barrel, I think. Yeah, move my top barrel over to selling. So I have to throw away a wine. I'm going to throw away this 2. Then I'm going to go ahead. This is a 3 from Duro, which then makes that a 4 from Duro. So that 4 red will be sold there, which before I do that, I'm going to clear these 2 out, take my 2 barrels back because of this. I'll add the renown cubes here in a minute, add 4 to that up here. So then I will go ahead and add 1 back to Duro, and I will add 1 to Setubal, which I was going to do earlier. Turn of the yellow player is complete. Red, you're up.
It's actually orange, apparently. In the chat room, they're talking about that it's orange, not red.
Yeah, whatever.
It's a pretty reddish orange.
Right.
I
Good
don't.
call, Siddharth.
I don't
Glad
have
I
a
caught it,
whole
though.
lot of choice there, because I don't have any money.
Well, you can pass. You were gonna pass to be
I
able to
could
do
divest. I could.
right, but you were talking about
Yeah.
passing so that you could go first, right? Just want to remind you of that, Mister. I was a turn ahead.
Yeah. But turns out it didn't hurt me.
Okay.
'Cause nobody else did it, but that is, we're not making any wine this time.
Oh, that's right. Ha.
No problem.
Yeah.
Stupid. Oh,
Yep.
Why-
I totally
why'd you have to
forgot
add that to
about
the
that,
game?
but that's
That was-
wow.
oh man.
Where were y'all to remind me on that?
Oh, what? That we don't get to produce anything
Yeah.
going into the final?
So I'm thinking
That's brutal.
I'm thinking I'm gonna hold on to this guy and just chuck my. I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Okay, so, okay.
I'll do that. I will chuck the 2 in there, which
Makes it a 0. Well, hold on. What region?
from 6.
Well, you could make it a 3.
I could make. I will make it a 3.
Okay, so he's making it a 3 wine, which means it's he can use 1 wine expert. Okay.
Ain't too much over there looking.
Oh, you can get a
Very
wine
good.
expert. You can get 2 points. You can get money.
Yeah, that's probably the way to go.
You sure?
there. Yeah.
Okay, so take your 2 points. Then red and green is going to be a total of 3 more points. Okay. And you said it was a red, white. I'm sorry. It's you qualify for all 3 of them.
Yeah.
So do you want to put any barrels out, sir?
Yeah, we'll put one here.
So yeah, the advent of holiday gaming, 24 streams in 24 days.
And then about 24 hours of consecutive sleep.
Right, something like that.
Christmas Day will be
A day of rest, just like
eating.
Santa.
We'll be
That'll-
eating and
That'll be
sleeping.
the only one. I think just the one.
Okay, all right. Which also means that Christmas Eve, I will be making lobster bisque during the day, so it's ready for after the final stream.
That's what we have on Christmas Eve.
Yep, our tradition. All right.
You can stream yourself eating it.
Yeah, I earned this.
It's
right.
really good.
All right, so no magnate actions with your last wine for the year?
No.
I elect not to, thanks.
No.
All right, we go into maintenance. So, blue, how many?
Minus, paying 2 enologists.
So you actually go
net
down
minus
1. Yellow has 0 enologists, goes up 2. Purple,
1.
so
You go up 1.
up 1. And red, how many enologists?
Up 2, so I have 1.
So up 2. There we go. So, produce. Kiki. Go ahead and age your wine, though. That does happen. Okay, done with production because of... All right, so we go into the wine fair. So, make sure we do this in order. All right, so the wine fair. So, everybody, again, with all your experts, remember what colors that you can present. So, I have red and yellow. Okay.
You know what seems ambitious, Cabrellicus? You being at every one of them. That's what seems ambitious.
Oh, I heard that was a challenge.
Well,
Okay, everybody get your experts, which Amanda has none available. So Matt has 1 yellow available,
can't use.
which he can't use. So it's me and Michael,
Yeah.
right? There. Yep, I'm in second.
yeah, I'll put it up here. So
There you go. All right. So do you have any bumps? You have a bump for yellow, and I have a bump for red, please. All right. So now, go ahead. You're going to get a total of 9 more
9.
points.
So 10 up.
Nope,
Oh.
nope, blue. It's all
I
right.
need to stop playing yellow at home.
Seriously, right? All right. And then I'm going to get a red and a yellow. So that's going to be 5. All right. So that's the end of the fair. Whee! All right.
All right.
So 12 points for blue,
Woohoo!
13.
8 for yellow,
So that's a number I have to
15.
add. Thank you.
4 for red,
Hey, that's all right.
and an expert for Amanda for purple. All right, and we discard these.
Does the order that they're
I
described matter?
really, we can shuffle it up since it's all of them.
Okay.
Sure. Okay. All right, Amanda. Oh, hold on. You see this as well. Cabrellicus says with a baby. Seems unlikely. So what you're saying is there's a chance. And Cave Hines, your challenge accepted.
Speaking of babies,
Yeah, just in the same typo in every single one too.
Really?
they're copying and pasting.
Spot.
That's funny. That's funny.
Not 4,
But
5.
how awesome is it that we're getting spammed this much?
Yeah, it's a
on the one hand.
lot tonight.
Yeah, it really is bad. But
And no thumbs down.
shh, don't. All right. So Amanda, take your tile. Yeah, they've been sleeping. The one person that does it, they've been sleeping on the job. They've been gone for the holidays, I guess.
I'll take the blue guy. Putting down a renown cube is what I assume that is. Is that
Yep.
what that means?
All right. So okay, you can reset any other tile or any of your expert tiles if you wish. Okay, so now, yep, here we go. The final weather tile is,
+1.
all right, and red goes up 3 and green goes up 1. So the nose of the wine and the actual taste and the alcohol content is what's leading the way. All right.
Nobody cares at all what it looks like.
So we have white wine for the top, 8 or better quality, and regions 1, 4, 7, and 8. So no 1, 1, 4. Amanda's in 4. Michael and I are in 7, and nobody is in Alentejo.
Take back your numbers for the
Oh,
fair.
yeah. Good call.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I always do so badly in the fair. Every game.
Well, you're...
At least I'm consistent.
Misery Winery is almost done. Yeah, that no production sucks. All right.
I'm-
Well, this
stick
is...
this up on the Glory to Rome.
Yeah, right?
Let me see
Put
it,
a magnet
actually.
on it.
Yeah, right. Here we go. That goes...
Right there.
There
Yeah,
we go.
Perfect.
All right, good.
Glory to Rome bugs.
Right.
Awesome.
I don't think... You keep saying that word. I don't think it means what you think it means. It's-
I don't know what things that means.
Right.
What you think it means. I'm really okay with no production. I have a 10
All
wine.
right. Matt.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yay!
All right.
So what is needed to move a barrel over there?
A wine.
You need a wine.
Or-
over there?
Or you got
You
got the,
do have the one guy that is free
do.
to do so, but you do have to take an action.
Yeah.
You must
Yep.
take an action.
Oh yeah. Of course.
Okay, well, you owe 1,000. So spending your angel investor.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And we're gonna do that to combination.
Yeah, you can.
So divest me twice for $6.
So okay, so this drops. Nope, that's. I'm sorry,
No,
that's
red.
not you.
Or orange, as it were.
Right. So down 3, down 3. There. So up 6 to 13. Okay.
And then back all the way to 5 for.
So that's going to be a total of 8 bagos in cash, sir. Who are you kidding, Siddharth? You'll be there for all of them. And we appreciate it. All right.
All right. And
It was a double thumbs up action in both cameras.
I'm gonna go ahead and use this guy
Okay.
to make sure. Well, he doesn't have a shot at it right now, but we gotta make sure that Edward doesn't get that one.
What is that?
Winery. The
2
winery.
points for every winery?
Yeah. Not.
I only have 6. All right. So you're done?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Blue, you're up.
Why do we have to rearrange turn order?
Oh, based on
Oh,
on the fair.
fair.
That's right.
Yep.
Good call. So purple, then red. So as long as purple didn't want to go to the
I
bank.
didn't.
So,
Okay. Then
Alright.
yellow, then
Okay, so
back
me
to the
going there
boss.
did nothing.
Okay. Good call. Thank you, Julian.
Right. So Amanda's up then.
Yeah.
Yes, at least we all are going to produce some wine before the fair. Which this is really going to be interesting, actually.
And I assume that's in turn order for
You betcha.
on these. Well,
How much wine do you have over there?
I have a white 5,
Okay. All right. Which
which
Right.
is a white 5 more than you.
which is a white 5 more than me. That was poor foresight. You know who has 2 thumbs and didn't plan better? This guy.
I think it's set up better. You don't have to use all the little expansions that you can.
Yes, it's not available in the old edition. This is a new one for this edition, Gregory. Sorry. Yeah, this is brutal.
You don't want
So I feel like I'm lagging behind so far in the fair that I feel like I should present like now.
Or just, why bother?
Because, well, yeah, like I don't know what to do. I really don't because
Well, okay.
I'm the only one
Do you
that-
want input? on
Yeah,
this?
absolutely.
Okay. Well, all right. I mean, it's not hurting me. It's hurting Michael. Sorry, Michael.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
And it's my first time. Go for it.
All right. If you present now, right, you're able to go to the yellow and red location here, which gets you an expert. That's going to get you 6 points in the fair right away.
Right.
And it blocks him from being able to do it.
Right.
Then, if you're able to get more experts, yellow and red, depending on how good the quality of the wine is, you can present multiple ones to him. If you notice, he doesn't have any yellow, he has a red. So you actually would probably, you would be competitive. Now, would that win you the fair? That I can't say. I don't know. But
I feel like I should definitely, I think I
But,
should do
yeah.
that. So I'm going to go and present. So I have
take care, Cave Hines.
a
good
10
night.
white.
A 10 white. So that's going to get you 1 on the fair automatically. Yep.
So
Because the
20.
10 is, it's -9. So she's going to get 1. It's going to be the 4.1. Okay.
and
All right.
I'll
Tony,
go-
Cockbongo, take care, man. Have a good night.
So that's an extra 6, yeah?
Babe,
Yeah.
Sorry.
it's an extra 6. Yeah.
It is,
Yeah.
yes.
So that brings you up to 17.
Gregory says, I heard they're releasing an expansion where when you open it, Vital's fist pops out and punches you in the face. Kinda.
Yeah.
But how sick is it that all of us that are here in this room, as well as y'all, you know,
It's a little different than that. First he gently strokes you,
you
then he
masochists,
pops you in the face, and then he gently strokes
Yeah.
right, you masochists in there that enjoy these type of games as well.
So now I get a expert.
You do. Might I suggest a yellow or red?
Blue.
Let's get a yellow one, please.
All right. Oops. There we go.
Thank you.
Okay. Hey, she'll let you look at the weather for the next year. All right. So, are you taking any magnate actions?
Am I doing what?
Any magnate actions? Oy vey,
So
you
I
have
just-
no wine. Don't worry
Oh,
about it.
but if I could, if I
Oh,
just
you can place barrels.
no,
which,
no, I don't. There's
you-
no point, is there?
Well, you'll be able to take actions at the end of the fair as long as you have wine
But as long
to
as I
spend
have
it.
fair-
I thought it was just on an action phase.
Not at the end of the fair. At the last fair, you'll be.
Oh,
will be
so
at-
it's special for the final
yes,
fair? Okay.
yes.
Good to know.
So you don't see that in games that only do partial playthroughs.
Well, but so we will produce before the fair.
Correct.
So that means I'll get
So here, let me go ahead and talk about this. After the third fair, right, meaning the end of the 6th year, starting with the current first player and following order of play, each player can use the magnate benefit by discarding 1 wine and moving a barrel and continue all the way around until we all pass, until we can't take any more actions. Okay? So at the end of the game, you should have no wine left on your board, is what I'm saying. Because you've used all your barrels, if
Right.
you have barrels up there. Okay? Julian says having only 12 main actions to spend actions presenting a wine for the fair is not good. I think there are cases to be made for it, though. I definitely think
I
so.
put,
And Amanda was a good one.
an on A, please.
Okay? So it was a 10 white, so you could do also on B.
Yeah.
And it was from what region? Region 9? So you can put a second one or put another on B if you wish.
Yeah, sure.
Beep.
B.
Hey, a reminder to everybody, if you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to like it down below. We'd appreciate it.
We've already got 30 likes, so thanks guys for doing
There's
that.
56 people watching. Just saying. All right, so that was purple. Red already took his action out of order. Our fault. So yellow. I have no money. I could divest, yes. So if I were to divest, that would get me $3. That would get me +1, which right now that's a difference of 4 points. But divesting would get me 3, which allows me to get 2 enologists, which would help with production, which is going to help with exporting at the end of the game, or something else up there.
Ooh, 34 likes. Thanks guys.
No wine and no money. That's a really crappy place to be, just so you all know. So I could pass if I wanted to, just to go first in the last action. I don't want to do that though. Or do I, actually? No,
I'll go
because that doesn't get me any money.
I'll go first, by the way, since I presented.
No.
Good call. That actually changes things for me. All right. Golly, this is gross. So I'm going to divest and get 3 Bagos. Oof. Which does what for me? If I drop that, that would drop 2. So what I'm thinking is if I, you know what? That'll work. So with my 3 Bagos, I will take 1 and I will spend 2 of it to get 2 Enologists, please. And I need a 1 Bagos, please. So white and 8, huh? So I guess we're gonna go like so. So I'll put the 2 left-handed Enologists there. So that's going to make it a 3, 6, a 9, or I could split it up. That's a 9 white, and as it is, that would be a 3, 4, 5 red.
Thanks, JJ.
Plus that. You know what? Actually, I can freely move them between. That's right. So then I have no wine. So.
You can only use 1 barrel per bonus.
Yes. Yep. And.
I don't know.
Like doing the
Like I
actions
can't,
that you're
yeah, I
doing.
guess so.
I'm done.
It's like I
That's
can't
it.
use both of my
Blue.
barrels. Jared says, watch out. Reddit mods might try to ban you from YouTube for asking for likes.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Oh, Sitter fast. Can one player double down on the endgame bonuses by taking both the bonuses for Enologists, say?
Oh no, you can only have 1 of the end
That's
games
what
per.
Cabralic
yeah,
was
yeah.
saying.
Okay. There you go.
I didn't
So
see
blue.
the original question. This looks like bread. Do y'all agree? Looks like bread.
So this 16 right here, what is that?
The
does that
black
mean?
one,
Yeah.
the end game is you get 1 or a half victory point per Bagos cash that you have. You can divest first, and the multiplier gives a maximum of 16 points.
Oh, I see. It's okay. I see the little tiny
There you
less
go.
that are equal to. Thinking of presenting my only wine.
Your one amazingly delicious wine. Uh-oh, downvote.
Somebody's got jokes.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, Franny.
Can't export the wine. Selling it would bump me up $5, which would be like scoring 4 points.
Yep.
I think I will just present, pass and present.
Okay.
Okay, so 5 white. That's going to be a ×2.
Okay. So 5 white. Yep. ×2, like you said. Okay.
And that would let me do this as well, which no reason not to. So now, dollars or expert.
That's a legitimate tough question.
Yellow and green. So this would be +5 right now. I could
Correct.
Beat that.
Yep. And $3 cash. Or $3 cash.
Yeah. Red, yellow, and green. So there would also be this one would be also +5 now.
Yep.
Or, yeah, +5,
Mhm.
but
Yep.
+7 on here.
Yep, correct. Apparently, just nobody cares about the color. It's very weak.
Couldn't care less.
Yeah. I'll just.
All right, so up
shoot
7.
this track. Yeah.
All right. All right. So done. So that's the end of the first, unless you take any of those.
Yeah. I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
spend this guy.
Okay. Which is no wine.
Yep. And let's see. Is this for barrels you have still in your own?
It
supply
is
instead
the
of on board?
immediate, and it's you must immediately discard 1 wine in addition to the one you spent and gain its wine value as victory points.
Oh,
and
so
Ryan,
actual
that's
wine.
funny. By the way, Ryan is the designer of the upcoming pipeline.
I know.
Very funny.
Alright, so
Subtle.
So this is for full estates, and this one is per winery.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
You don't
those
want
would-
that.
Those would be the same for me. You've got 3 full estates.
I do.
He's got 3 wineries, but he's already on the winery one. How many wineries do you have over there?
I just have 6.
Just have 6. I think I'll go here.
Fine. All right. So that's the end of that. We go into
Yep.
the second one.
Now we're done.
And Purple, you're up. Last action. That's funny. Hey, so if we're gonna do that, Ryan, I just wonder. No, you know what? No, I'm not gonna do it, Ian. Not gonna do it. All right, never mind. For all I know, he's already answered, so I don't need to. By the way, if you guys didn't see, and up there is the first rough draft that Ian drew of our promo for Lisboa.
Awesome.
And he framed it and signed it to Amanda and I. So that was awesome. That was
Nice.
very, very cool. Yep. That will either stay here in the studio or it will have a permanent place in our office. I'm not sure which it's going to.
It
But
can be mounted right there above Davis, maybe.
I just, yeah, maybe. Or
There's not a lot of
right
room there.
here. Like right there. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Or it may go in the other studio
All
when
right.
that's finished.
I'm going to divest and get 3.
Bagos. All right.
I got it over here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go over here
To spend 1 or 2
to spend 2.
for. Remember, you can get 1 at a time. Look
Yeah.
at it and then decide. Okay.
Right.
All right. So that's Purple. She's done. Are you doing any? Oh, you have no wine,
have no
and
wine.
you have no expert. Remember, you're allowed a max of 6 experts. Okay, you're good. All right, cool. Michael, I feel like it's been forever since I've taken a turn.
Me too.
Okay.
That's the punishing part of turn order.
Yep.
And the software's having issues
Yeah,
tonight.
bad tonight.
That'd be nice. Let's see. So
There we go.
at the end, is there a final chance
I think
to
if you
like
click on it
divest,
and-
and then is there any sort of like final banking action at the end to try to move up this track?
Okay, at the end of the game, after we have taken all our extra actions, after the final fare, the balance in your bank account, the majorities and columns in the export area, and then in-game multipliers. So, I don't see. No.
Okay, so if I were to divest like all the way down to -2, and then deposit like the $9, or it would be 7 since I need to, or no, it could be all 9.
You'd be losing 4 points. No, actually, you're over there. You'd be losing 3 points.
Wait,
Well, it'd be,
losing points on.
yeah, because you wouldn't get those.
Oh, he's saying because you would drop below that threshold.
Oh, wait. For divesting
Well, because you're going to drop down.
to -2, but I would get 8, and then so that's a net of +6.
Right. That's
Which would be a few points worth.
well. No, this
Or-
isn't points. This is you would drop down to here, which means you would lose those 3 points because you would be here.
Wait, so when
Oh,
I
you bump
divest,
up. Oh, you're
when I
He
divest-
divesting.
go
Yeah,
up
no,
and
never
then
mind.
but, yeah.
Okay, yeah, this
Yeah,
doesn't
you're
mess with the
fine.
bank
Yeah.
balance, right?
Yeah. So you would get 8. That would increase to 8, which would be from 5. That'd be at 13.
That'd be up here, and
Yes.
then, okay. Wait, I thought you got this in just cash.
Depends if you take it as whichever way.
I guess whichever way, that could be 4 points worth. I would love to get more vineyards, but just so happens that all of the estates that I could add to are showing the wrong color out there.
Bummer.
So that's too bad. Don't think anything else will score me points. Well, let's see. 1 point for building those. So if I divested enough, I could buy 2 of them, which would just be 2 points. I think banking is going to be my best action.
All right.
I
flip
think
your
that's a good
oh,
action.
Oh, you
Yeah,
are paying for it?
yeah.
You're not going to flip your tile?
Oh, right.
Oh, never
Thanks.
mind. I don't care.
All right, so he has the
Remember-
tile.
I remembered
does it
that a
for
second
free.
ago.
I know.
All
Alright,
right, so
so you're-
you're drop down all the way.
So 2, they drop into 8. So the 8
and then I'll go ahead and
brings you up
deposit
to
it all. Yeah.
13.
Oh,
And deposit
probably
one
doesn't
more.
matter, right?
Well, you'd need one more.
Yeah. So, is there going to be
Yeah, and that gives one more when you sell, I
when I
guess.
sell? Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I don't see anything else I'm going to be able to do with cash on hand
Okay.
anyway. So, or except I guess it counts for the cost of these guys.
No.
Since that
It's not
comes
cap. Yeah, it comes
out
your
of the bank,
direct
so better
deposit.
for it to be in the bank.
Right.
It's
All right.
all in the same scoring bracket. And I don't have any wine left to do an extra action, so now I'm done.
Matt.
Campaign for North Africa?
Yeah, probably not. Any hints as to what to expect in 24 days of streaming? Absolutely. So you have Clans of Caledonia on Friday. You have, what is it, Saturday? I can't remember.
Lagerstatten.
Oh,
That's it.
Lagerstatten on Saturday. Oilfield on Sunday. And then other games and other things the rest of the time. No, there's
More.
going to 1822 is going to take up 2 days. It's going to be the teaching on a Friday and a full playthrough on Saturday. There's going to be at least 1 Age of Steam. There's going to be at least 1 war game, possibly 2 war games. There's going to be a lot of Essen titles. There's going to be some filler. Sorry, it's 24 straight days. But QE is going to be in there. Turin Market is going to be in there. And other things. There may be one conversations with Heavy Cardboard with potentially with a designer during that. There's another one tomorrow with Michael Keller, designer of Agra, Solarius Mission, and La Granja, co-designer on those 2. So, yep, Agra is going to be one of them. Tony's going to teach that one. Yep. So, busy month of December.
Night, Paul.
Take care, Paul.
Alright, I'll go there. I will present this 5 wine, which is a 2.
Yep. So, throw a 2 out there.
Go there.
All right. Get you 3 cash. Need a single.
Yeah.
All right. So, you went yellow and green, so that's
Mhm.
going to be a total of 5 to 16. Okay. And any bonus action, sir?
This is where I would use my wine if I had any.
And JJ's right. Christmas tree will be on Christmas Eve. Yep.
How thematic.
That will be the final live stream of the Advent.
Well, I don't know if that actually was really dumb to do. Mind if I take that back? Because I can use that wine for something else now that's way more lucrative, and I'm going to make wine before the next thing, so that
Back to
it's
11.
kind of dumb.
That goes back.
Yeah.
There's
So I
your
had to
one
think that-
mulligan.
had to
As
think
long
that
as you
through.
go quickly.
So back on the bank spot.
No. Well, I need
starting
to
from the
put the
bank.
3 back there. We'll go there.
Wait.
I'll buy it.
No, you were on the bank.
You were
On
on
the
the bank,
bank.
is what I was.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, 1
All right.
to go there,
Okay.
and then 3.
Do you
We'll
get
get
a winery?
another one of those. Put it there.
Any bonus action? And what region did you put it in?
Lisboa.
Okay.
Yeah. Those on it. Yeah, that makes way more sense. And
You have no wine.
yeah,
You're done?
I do now.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, because I didn't use it over there. That's what I was saying. It's like, oh wait. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna put it there.
All right. So, So I could divest to get 2 to be able to get experts. I can't catch Amanda. I don't think I can catch Michael, so I'm solidly in 3rd. Okay, so forget that. So what could we do? What could we do? What could we do? That'll do, pig. Without overthinking it, I'm going to go ahead and divest, which gets me $2 cash. Go ahead and keep it. That coupled with this, which makes 3 baghouse. Oh wait, you know what? Give me that 1 back. I will go and get a cellar, please. Thank you. And I'm going to place it. We will go ahead and place it down here. 2, 3, 4, 5. That would make it a 6. We'll put it up here because that as is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're good with that. So I'll place it there. Then I get to place a renown cube in region 6, which is Lisboa. I have no wine, so I cannot do any of that. So we're done. We go into maintenance. All right, so blue goes down 2. How many enologists do you have?
2.
1, 2. Yellow doesn't move, but I have 2 enologists, so that drops to there. Purple goes up 1. How many enologists?
I have 1.
That stays there. Red, how many enologists?
1.
1. It's a wash right there. All right, so now, hey, look at that. We get to produce wine.
What?
All right, so it's +1, everybody. So Amanda, I need 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need a 7, 3, 4, 5, a 7 and a 5, and then 3, 6, 7. So 7, 7, 5, please. So white,
7.
red, and red. Okay.
Are the 9s just in with the 6s?
Yeah.
Just gotta get one of them. Okay. Close enough. All right, I got a red 3, a white 3, and a white 9.
Okay.
I got a 6, a white 6, and a white 3.
And Matt?
A red 7 and a white 5.
All right, cool. So now we go into the fair. So in turn order, who is not presented? So reds first. Go ahead and present a wine, sir.
I will present this red. No, white. Doesn't really matter. No, the 7 is an 8, so I'll do that one.
So it's an 8 red.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, out of what
From
region?
6, so that doesn't matter.
So only the
can
middle.
only go there.
Okay.
But since it was an 8, that's a 3. We'll go right there for the $3.
And
Or 3 points. as I
no,
like to call it.
5. So it goes back to 16 originally where it was. All right. So that is currently an 8. It could be a 10. There's that. All right. So be a 7 red out of 3. Wow, that's a terrible place to be. So we're not going to present the 7 red. We could present a 7 white, which could make it a 9 white, which, you know what? We will do this. Yep. So we have 7. That's an 8. Hold on. So here's what I'm looking at. So Matt has a yellow. So 1, 2, 3, 3. So that puts him at 19. I'm at 15. So in a perfect world, I want to go after Matt. So Amanda's going to jump way up, so I'm not worried about that. So a yellow's worth 3. 1, 2, 3, 19. So I want to do no more than 4. So what would get me no more than 4? Is it worth the 5 points? So all I have is a green. So being able to place a green, which is terrible right there, but it does give me an extra. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So I want to be able to. Yeah, let's not screw it. So we got 8 here out of a red, 8, 6 out of region 6. So that gets me a barrel in the middle only. I'm okay with that. So that's going to be an 8, and that's out of 6. We'll just make it a 10, which is +1 here. Then, so the 10 allows me to place the 4. It's a cow's opinion right now. I could do 2, which would be 2 more, or we'll just go ahead and do that. So that's currently going to be 3. 1, 2, 3. And it allows me to take an expert. And looking around at who has the bumps. Nobody has a bump. Yellow has a bump, potentially. I will take the yellow. Yellow doesn't do me any good. I'll take the green. Done. All right, that's the last presenting. So now we take our experts into our hands. I do need to see, can you use experts during the end? You are allowed to use your experts. That makes for an interesting decision. Here we go. Everyone ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go. Okay. So I only have a green. Take care of that real quick. Oh, hold on. What moves? Anything? Yellow moves up 1. All right, so my green is going to be worth 2. There, done. That goes away. Next, go for it. Matt?
So yellow is...
It's going to be worth 4. Okay.
Probably could have saved this, but 2 on green.
2.
Okay.
And Amanda?
I get 3 on red, 1 on right.
Yep, 13. Makes it 30.
Oh, man.
All right, so there we go. So 15 points for purple. 10 for blue. 5 for yellow. And an expert tile for you, Matt. You can use it, remember. That
Was this goes to the bottom, right?
Yeah, it
The
does. It
discards.
does. So honestly, these are the only two that make sense for actions because you can
Yeah,
take a barrel
'cause-
back, and this one
yeah, 'cause that
allows
doesn't make
you
any
for
sense
stacks.
now.
Right. And by the way, I saved this one, which for exporting gives me an extra point. So, all right.
Yeah, I don't think any of them really do me any good.
First time I've seen a game component get glory to roamed. Yep. All right. Hey, Mira, take care. Have a good day at work.
So do our face down experts? Will they come
That-
face up?
Uh,
Or they
They
stay face
do
down?
not. They do not. If you notice, it's only there and only
Yep.
there. So these are all out of the game as far. Go to
I
the
don't think
bottom.
any of these do anything for the end of the game.
Sure they do. If you need a barrel.
Yeah, or
Oh,
vineyards.
speaking of which, by the way, I presented a 10, so I can put one up in B, please.
Yep.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think I do, but
All right. So now we go in to the end game. So now turn order changes, which is important. These two go, then blue, then purple. You can use barrels by discarding wine one at a time.
only got one.
Well, the lead was fun while it lasted.
So I either can do that.
What's that again?
If you have a face up, all four different.
Oh,
kinds
four
of
different
experts.
kinds.
You have to have them face up though.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the other one is the cubes are
Mhm.
immediately gain 1 victory point per renown cube in your regions.
Yeah, I can't get that one anyway. I don't have any barrels down there.
Oh, okay, sorry.
This is the only one that makes sense.
That makes my choice a lot easier. All right. Because that was going to be worth 8 points to me, but instead I will go ahead and move one of the middle barrels to the second spot over, please. Yep.
To exporting.
Yep.
Oops.
All right, so now I will export. So I'm going to use her, which is going to give me 1 extra immediate point. So this is currently a 7, but we're in region 7, which makes that a 9. So we'll discard that. That makes that a 9. We're going to go ahead and put that 9 right there, which is actually 4 points for yellow. And that's that.
Did you discard the other one to pay?
I
for
did
the,
not. That was
for
the other thing, right? I missed. All right. So then, Michael, how many
Alright.
wines do you have left?
I've got 3. A
Okay.
red 3, a white 3, and a white
Okay.
9. So since I can't be blocked from this spot, I'll do that later. And we'll discard a wine there for some points somewhere. So it'd have to be the top row. Oh, can't actually get any points, I think. Because for this I have to discard a wine.
You do.
Or
You get
discard an
you get
additional wine.
the value of the wine, whatever it is.
Okay.
Whatever you discard. I mean, if you discard that 9.
Could I have divested
Yeah,
on
but-
that turn?
I'll have to look that up, but continue, Michael.
I think I'd rather score the points from exporting and. Well. Oh, I see. It would be worth a more guaranteed points. Let's see.
Yes, you could have, because it says at any point during the game.
All right. So Edward and Matt, you both have no wine left.
Correct.
Yeah, actually divest me all the way to the bottom.
Cost you 2 points. Oh no,
Mhm.
it won't move. Never mind.
And
So-
how much is that?
You were at the +1,
Yeah.
$8.
so $8.
Well, I'll take my 8 points.
Okay, so if I'm going to do another action later, I could go here, which would just block Amanda from 4 points.
Appreciate it, Cabralicus.
Yeah. Alright, I'll go there.
Hold on. Move red back, or he's on 19. Just, you bumped it.
Oh, sorry.
19.
Oh.
There you go. Okay, good.
Okay.
All right, that's blue. You discarded your wine
Yep.
for that? All right, purple. You had to have had a plan by now.
Yeah. Okay. I want to go. I don't have anything there. I don't have any money. So I will spend a wine to go here for wineries.
Okay, blue.
Yep.
Alright, discarding that
Because
one.
Matt and I don't have wine. Okay.
And then this is in region 3, which I can spend one more renown on to export. Oh,
Yeah.
this action. There we go. So then this becomes a 10
Right.
with the renown cube. And so if I go here, that's 15
That's
points for
10.
me. Is that? Oh, right.
So you get 9 immediately for
So that'd
blue.
be 17 points for me total, so I'll go there. 32.
Amanda.
I'll do a 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
I'll export it. You move me over to export.
Hold on. No. It costs the wine to take the
Ah,
action, then
crap.
you have to export
Okay,
it.
never mind then.
Well, you could take an action to go somewhere. You can divest to give you cash, which gives you points.
Yeah, go ahead and I'll do that, and then I will buy more.
8.
I'll buy some more vineyards.
Vineyards.
Thank you.
So that would be this one.
Vineyards for,
-2. Or discount.
or the last action, which gets you 4 points for that, for the cash on hand.
This
How
one.
many points do I get per
One.
one?
One.
All right, then that would make more sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going here.
Yep.
All right, so that's the end of the game. So we go into final scoring now. So balance on the bank account. So red and yellow each get 3. Purple and blue each get 7. Then the majorities in columns here. So it's going to be 16 for red, 8 for blue, 12 for yellow, and the multipliers. So start with blue. So what do you got?
Alright, so that's 0.
Okay.
This one is 6. And that one is 2.
All right. Final score for Michael, 55. All right. Then we'll go yellow. That's going to be, so for full, so that's 3 full ones for 12 points. So 51. Final. Red,
All right, here it's 4 points.
1 seller.
One
Okay.
seller, 4 points.
Okay.
Money.
And money is 16 points.
To 58. And
And that is 8 points.
66. Good job, Matt. Squirrel.
All right, I have. That one is
For vineyards,
so I have 2 vineyards,
so 2.
2, and then I have 4. I have 1 enologist, so that's 4 more, and then I have 9 money.
So 4 more.
4.
Not good.
No.
All right, so Matt killed us at 66, 55, 51. Thank you for playing. All right, so there we go. So, it's your first game, Michael. Thoughts?
It's great. I think I said it earlier, but just the scarcity of, wanting to do everything, and you have so few actions to get it all done. And around this point, I knew I had made a mistake around here. So it's punishing, but it was fun.
All right.
except for that one.
The bugs.
The one
Yeah. Amanda?
This has always been a very, very, very hard game for me. I don't.
Oh, it's always been a very, very, very hard game.
Well,
No,
especially for
right.
me. The first few times we played it, I didn't even do anything with the fair because I didn't understand it.
Okay.
So at least I'm doing better now. But
Seeing as you killed it in the last one.
yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that. So I'm improving. It's just I don't know if there's just so much going on that I get lost and get kind of focused on maybe the wrong things.
Do you think extra play, like more repeated plays of it would fix that?
Probably.
Okay.
This game benefits greatly from the sweater Mike mantra. Don't ignore the end game points.
Yeah.
There and there.
yeah.
Yes.
You shut up.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I mean, this has been, and I think it will continue to be my favorite VTOL Lacerda game. I like everything except I can't really speak to the Gallows through CO2 like I mentioned earlier. Just don't have enough plays of those. But this is my number one VTOL game, and I like that you have 12 actions in the game. Can you get more actions? Can you make better use? Can you plan better? Obviously, there's a little bit of randomness. You don't know how the weather's going to play out, but I'm okay with that because you don't know how the weather's going to
That's
play out.
something that is normal.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
it's not manufactured.
The bugs sucked a lot, but I don't mind that because it hurts everybody equally. And if you know that there's a potential that there could be a famine or pestilence, as it were, then you should plan for that. And if you don't, you pay the price. I paid the price for it. So, okay, I'm okay with that. Yeah, it's a fantastic game. So before we get out of here, we'll answer any questions, then we'll show you guys the 2016 version of the board, and we'll go from there. So thank you, JJ. I saw that he said he loved the run through so much. Upgraded to Sumatran, which is for our patrons, the
Thank you.
597 of y'all. We really appreciate it.
598 now.
Oh yeah,
Since the light
598.
went off.
Good call.
Can y'all get that stuff?
We are working towards getting Amanda full time so that these can happen more often. Because let's face it, this 24 days streams in 24 days is going to be a one-time in our life experience because of the fact that that's insane, especially since Amanda has a full-time job.
Yes.
So yeah, all right. So check it out. Here is the other side, and we'll go there. All right. So you guys obviously have been looking at that all night, so you don't need to see that. The bank's gone. The fair is, so this is, we've played this once. I can't speak intelligently about it. There are a ton of different tile and different things that go on in this, but it removes the bank and it basically completely strips down the fair at the end of the year. So it plays completely different.
And these are randomized, it look like?
Yeah, there's a bunch of different tiles that are in the box. However, if you think that Vinhos 2010 is too much to handle, this is a good way to get people started or
Absolutely.
get yourself started. I think that's a perfect job of what it does. There are some people out there that they'll be happy with just playing this and not flipping the board over. That's okay too.
Yeah.
However, for us, now that we've played it, this is the only side that really interests us. But again, that's our thing, but not to be, you guys probably aren't surprised at that. So there's that.
Yeah, without the bank, everything transfers directly over to cash money. So
Yep.
Yeah.
So I saw that Julian said there were very few exports. Keep in mind that and we've said this in almost every stream, that anytime we're playing this, it's not going to be real high level play. There are a couple of exceptions here or there. It's more or less just to show how the game plays. It's a lot to handle between running the stream, between thinking out your actions and everything, as well as trying to do that. Not AP. So yeah, that's
Not
the
AP
key.
too much.
So yeah. All right.
I recommend always playing the most advanced variant of a game on camera the first time you play, if possible.
That's
So,
the
Arkwright,
best.
Arkwright and Vinhos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a good way for Matt to win and for me to finish second.
All right.
And for me to finish dead last.
that is true.
Awesome.
Both those times I have
Oh,
won.
thank you, Sitter.
That was very awesome.
Awesome, thank
you,
you.
Sitter.
That was
All right,
nice.
cool. Thank
Franny
you.
said I won the hat competition, so at least there's that.
All right, yeah, you did.
Certainly did.
Yeah. Kind of a flapper look.
I know,
kind of,
that's what I was
right?
going for with
well,
the hair.
It worked, right? All right. Awesome. So thanks everybody that stuck it out. Thanks everybody that's watching after the fact. We really appreciate it. Thanks to y'all for doing this on a Tuesday night. This is just in preparation for what is about to come.
Thanks for having me.
Yep.
Absolutely.
No, absolutely. So yeah, and as we said, don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you want to support the show, it's down underneath there at pledgehc.com. We definitely would appreciate the support. And yeah, that's it. That's all I got. So tomorrow we have Michael Keller, the Conversations by Heavy Cardboard, and then Friday starts the 24 streams in 24 days. All right, y'all have a good night, and
Good
hopefully
night.
you guys enjoy it.
Good
all
night,
right?
everybody.
All right, take care, guys.